4, 3. We're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to. Is this episode 2 now of?
I'm calling it episode 2. We had
episode
0,
2.
1, and now 2.
Okay, episode 2 of Better Left Unsaid. I am 1/3 of your host, Anthony.
I'm James.
And I'm Casey, and it is a beautiful day here in Minneapolis.
It is pretty nice.
It's nice out here in Lebanon too. Actually, I'm wearing a short sleeve. I'm wearing a football jersey here in Lebanon because it's what day is it, boys?
Holy LARP!
It's the day of the big game.
The big game. It's the big game, folks. The big game. So yeah, Casey just told me that it's illegal to say the Super Bowl. You can say Super Bowl on YouTube, right? It's just like in commercials.
You better be.
I don't know. I mean,
I think
legally
some people
they
even
could come after
stream
us.
the Super Bowl.
That's crazy, man. No, I'm gonna say Super Bowl, but like, yeah, it was always like when like Best Buy would have their commercials for TVs, like get ready for the big game. I'm like, why don't they just say the Super Bowl? Like, can you imagine not being able to say the World Cup final in a like commercial, like having to work around it?
Silly
because they're gonna sue. Like, it's just they're advertising your game. It's a commercial. They're saying go watch the Super Bowl. So everyone's saying big game. I've always just found that it's just weird, like American stuff. I don't know. But yeah, this is a Colin Kaepernick jersey. For anyone wondering, I do not watch football. I do not like football. I do not understand the rules of football. I only bought this when Colin Kaepernick like took a knee. I was like, fuck yeah, that's fucking cool. I ordered this shit off of eBay. I don't understand football, you know.
Wait,
So
still
you
like
don't
that
watch
guy?
football at all? Casey, you watch football?
I'm just surprised, Anthony. You're a fan of this guy still?
What is he? What did he do? Is
Do
he
you
like
have any idea what he did?
is he a Zionist?
He slipped into irrelevancy.
He
Is that
kneeled during the national anthem.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
The disrespect.
Yeah, that's pretty
No.
unpatriotic. I have to say.
That's the only reason I bought this thing. I thought he did something horrible. I'm okay. No, as long as he's not
No,
a
you're good,
Zionist,
you're good.
we're good. As long as he's not a Zionist, we're okay.
You never know.
But no, I do not watch football. I feel like it is a barbaric sport. And
Dude.
it's dying, and I'm happy. Basketball is
dying?
the one true sport.
Basketball is one true sport.
Look, out of all the American sports, like baseball is boring as hell to watch. Again, from an outsider's perspective, like your two main sports, which are I think baseball and football, I think those suck. Basketball is the best like American sport. It's the most fun to watch. It's exciting. It's not violent. Not that I don't mind violence. Like I watch combat sports and stuff, so I'm not going to comment on the violence. But like football is needless violence. Like people are getting concussions just like to grab a ball. At least in boxing and MMA, they're like fighting. So it makes more sense for them to get concussed that way. Not that anyone should be getting concussed. But football and baseball are horrendous sports. Horrible sports.
Wait, so Anthony, you watch basketball?
I don't watch any sports. I'll be honest with you guys.
So you don't watch any sports?
Not anymore.
Casey, you watch basketball?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Because the only sport I watch is MMA, which is like the point of that is concussions.
Yeah. And I watch like boxing and a bit of MMA. I watch more boxing now, but I don't watch almost any sports anymore, to be honest with you guys.
Yeah. Okay, well, who's gonna win? The Patriots or the
Seahawks?
the rebellious people?
Is it the
I don't know who's
Seahawks?
playing.
I have no idea.
San Francisco?
Who's playing? What time's the game? The big game?
Don't know. Don't care.
Don't know. Let me check.
Yeah, I don't know. But
Super
my
Bowl
mom
final.
loves it because Bad Bunny's playing and he's like said some anti-ice stuff. So she's like been listening to Bad Bunny for like 3 weeks straight now.
Okay, Seattle Seahawks against the
Mom.
New England
Yeah.
Patriots.
Nice.
Seattle Seahawks.
So like the liberals are lining up for this one.
They're getting excited.
Yeah, they are.
Before, so we have a bunch of topics for you guys today. We're going to be talking about Emiru versus Denims. Some Ethan Klein updates. Ethan was on Piers Morgan. They have a new after show. Stuff like that we can discuss really quickly. Also, is Jeffrey Epstein living in Tel Aviv? Has he been spotted in Tel Aviv? Before we get jumping, I just wanted to take a quick second to thank our lovely members on the channel. If you guys don't mind, some self-promotion very quickly. Just a second, our lovely members like Moverdose, Venom, 787, Brady 9592, Keep It Real, Mindfunk, Amalola, Wonderland Joey, Dr. Times, Hull House Van Houten and Cedar Down Under. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for all your support. If you guys want to support the channel, you guys can consider becoming a member. You get exclusive live streams. Also, our beloved patrons like Ilian Mujabir, Yalla Mabruk, our God tier patrons. Superhero patrons like Dr. William Watfa, Maroon Bouslaimin, and Blonde patrons like Mercedes W. You guys, appreciate you guys so much. And a brand new patron, Bomb Venusaur. Also, just a reminder that whatever super chats you guys send are split amongst everyone here on the show. So we're all in this together. And just a final piece of self-promotion. If you guys are curious to watch me build some Lego tomorrow, I'm going to be live all day, starting 3 p.m. Lebanon time with my girlfriend. I'm going to be building a Lord of the Rings Rivendell set for about like 7-8 hours. It's going to be fun. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much.
You have to advertise when you're going to finish the Rivendell set. Because
we're not going to stop until it's done. We're going to finish at around, I would say, like 10 or 11 p.m. Lebanon time, which should be 3 p.m. your time. So if you guys want to tune in, we're also doing some giveaways. If you live in Lebanon, if you want some Harry Potter Lego created by that turf, that horrible turf, or a Pokedex that you can build yourselves. But are you guys into Pokemon at all? Were you guys Pokemon fans when you were younger? Look at this Pokedex.
Absolutely not.
No, you guys are too young.
No offense.
I appreciate it, but
you guys are too young.
I feel like Lego is the most like transable toy. You just like take the face off, put it on a different body. Sometimes they add like the curves on the Lego figures. Which is absolutely ridiculous.
I know. No, the Lord of the Rings ones are amazing. I have since I got the Rivendell set, it comes with the entire Fellowship of the Ring. So
yeah, that's pretty sick.
It is pretty nice. By the way, I mean, since we're talking about them, shout out breaking.com, our boys at Breaking, friends of the show, best source for Lego in Lebanon. Let's go Breaking. If you guys live in Lebanon, hit up Breaking. Chris sends a $2 super chat and says this super chat is only for Casey's mustache.
So thank you very much. I appreciate that. I will use that money to invest in my care tools and tactics that I implement to make such a great mustache. Thank you very much.
You got like the mustache wax and everything?
Yeah, any grooming tips?
I'm not really waxing it. I kind of despise those people.
Really?
Well, they're a little bit... They put a bad stink on the mustache community. We're not all whimsical like that. You know, some of us are just... It's just natural
like curl
genetics.
it up at the edges?
Yeah, it's not part of how we do it.
I've never... Yeah,
that's fake.
I had a friend who got me like a beard wax once, and it was just like too oily. It made my beard too greasy, so I never used it again. My mustache was always just raw, man. Just kept it like natural.
Yeah.
Just good old mustache. No oils, nothing in there. Even though I'm sure it could have benefited from some product from time to time. You know what I mean?
But nah.
We do have to have like a facial hair contest or something, like some kind of like live like members content with it.
I mean, listen,
like the most ridiculous facial hair.
I can grow my beard the fastest. I'm an Arab. I just have an unfair advantage when it comes to that. So no one can fuck with me in terms of like this rich full beard. But Casey's got it down on the mustache. Casey's got the mustache down. But James, you're also like you're a sleeper. You know what I mean?
I'm in the middle. I'm stuck.
We haven't seen what you're capable of. You've always kept your facial hair composed. You know what I mean? I've never seen you let loose. Actually, in the winter you did let loose for a while. I do remember that.
I just feel like I look a little homeless. I mean, or it's not the best look, but
hey, I've rocked everything. I've had beards, I've had mustaches, I've had no beard.
Yeah,
I've worked through it all. You know,
I'll grow it out if I go bald again.
Okay,
then I'll grow it out.
That would be nice. I'm gonna open up a few. Let me see. We have a couple of topics to start with.
So what are we starting with? Because
there's a lot.
My family's been going crazy. Like, I don't know. Are you guys in like group chats with family members or anything like that?
Oh yeah.
Because I keep getting added to group chats, and I just see like the most unhinged political discourse going on in there, and I'm just like, I don't want to be a part of this at all. But like, I woke up like on Thursday to my sister, and she's like, Epstein is playing Minecraft and Roblox.
Oh my god.
So yeah, we need to get into that at some point, because is Epstein a Minecraft YouTuber that has also been outed as a pedophile?
Yeah. Yeah. Casey mentioned he had a bunch of. conspiracy theories, right, about Epstein?
Oh yeah, I'm ready for that.
Well, if you, I've just shared my screen. I have a couple of like little mini updates at first, if you guys want to get into before we jump into Epstein and stuff. Some sillier things. This one sucks. I'm sorry. Trigger warning. This is a video of an ICE agent kicking a dog. I don't think we should even see this, but there's an ICE agent, a federal agent kicking a puppy on camera, which is one of the worst crimes. And I know Americans can watch thousands of children burn in Gaza and not utter a word. But if an American sees a puppy getting abused, they will burn down a city. They will burn down. So, I mean, if nothing else, if the murder of Renee Good or Alex Preddy were not enough to motivate some Americans to turn against these federal agents, maybe footage of a puppy getting kicked, which we're just gonna watch it like this. Puppy's coming to probably defend someone, an immigrant, from getting attacked, and we're not gonna finish the whole thing. We're gonna see the aftermath. The dog runs away after getting kicked. Sorry. Anyways, what do you guys think about these dogs getting kicked by ICE?
I mean, it's cartoonish.
Sorry about that.
Wait, Anthony, you were the guy that posted that posted the screen recording?
No, I did not post this. We're going to talk about this. I have not even watched this in full, to be honest with you. But yeah, so
you would have something like that on your phone.
I would not. No. So yeah, so apparently Donald Trump posted this on his Truth Social for a little while. I have not seen this. I'm guessing it has copyrighted music. Have you guys seen this at all, or like?
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, this is insanely racist. I would have to say trigger warning, but it's so absurd that like. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, we might have to mute that one.
Yeah, AI needs to be made. Oh my god, dude. Oh, it keeps going. It keeps going. Okay, these are kind of lazy. So that's Newsom, and we got AOC, and we have
AI really has given people like an inside view of the conservative brain, and it's horrifying. It's not a place that I want to exist in. I don't want to be in a world with the same person that makes something like this and thinks it's sick, like thinks it's a burn on their political opponents.
Who's on top of Hillary? Who is this guy? I cannot.
Hakeem Jeffries.
That's Hakeem Jeffries. Okay. Okay, so we got AOC. Who the fuck are these guys?
Pritzker. I think that guy. Is that Adam Schiff, the California Democrat?
It might be Adam Schiff, yeah. And we got Schumer, and is that Zohran? That's a bad Zohran Mamdani. That's as a hyena, because he's always smiling and laughing. I get it. Okay.
Ooh, I like that.
Biden. The Biden one's
creativity.
Biden and Kamala as a turtle. Some of them are more lazy. Like this is just Kamala's face pasted on a turtle.
I know. The AI just got lazy, man.
Yeah. Those are a little bit more blended at the beginning. Oh, he's eating a banana. Okay. We got to hear that.
They should have missed opportunity to have him eating an ice cream cone.
Oh, seriously. Oh, okay. Wait, is this music still going?
Yeah, the music's going.
Sorry, this is so cursed. Hakeem Jeffries.
Why are there two sets of views?
Oh, of course.
Here he comes.
The lion, our king, my captain, my king. Brat just sent a $10 dono and says if there were a facial hair contest, James would win. Sorry, boys.
I'd win. I don't know about that.
Brat with the definitive dono. Actually, there was a... Oh, and Jim D. Dukers gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships for the channel. Jim, thank you so much. We salute you. W's in the chat for Jim. Politics says Anthony got beard speed, Casey got beard strength, and Uninformed Leftist got the goat T. So everybody's got a little something here. But according to Brad, James is the winner. Yeah, Numfo says, who is that? Numfo says Trump should be more of an orangutan, which I agree with. I don't know who the fuck that is. It's got to be some liberal Democrat that they hate.
Is that the trans? Is that the trans congressperson?
Oh, you think? I cannot recognize them at all. Like with this one's disturbing. And
diabolical.
This one like took some effort, I guess.
Well, they had it in like as a suckling pig, like something to be eaten.
I don't know.
Oh God.
We've got Whoopi Goldberg,
Harry Sisson.
That's Harry Sisson? Oh my god. That's a cursed fucking Harry Sisson.
Another AI, like Trump has posted literally himself shitting on Harry Sasson before.
Classic.
And they're all bowing to him. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, Republicans are kind of insane. Even if someone did something like this for like Obama or
Also, can we just
would be insane.
Can we acknowledge that that's not a good AI Trump?
Yeah, this is horrible. It's not.
Like, it doesn't look like him at all.
Yeah, right here he was better at the beginning. This is so fucked up. Where was he? Yeah, a little bit better here. A little bit more consistent right here. But yeah, so I guess he took it down because of obviously the racist stereotype of of having black people as apes or monkeys, like incredibly offensive. So if Trump took it down, you know it's bad. But like, yeah, this whole thing is just disturbing as fuck. What else we got here? Do you guys give a shit about Clavicular?
I love this guy.
You guys like Clavicular?
This guy's hilarious.
Yeah.
So he's just going through, he reveals to the New York Times the list of drugs that he's currently taking and explains his reliance on stimulants. He's on 220 grams of testosterone, 25 milligrams of Accutane, 12 milligrams of Okay, let's just watch a little bit of that. I don't even know what the fuck this stuff is.
So right now I'm on a very low dose of test. I'm on around like 220 milligrams.
Okay.
I've been like lowering my dose, throughout the past couple months. So that's my TRT dose. I'm on 25 milligrams of Accutane. I'm on 12 milligrams of retatrutide. I'm on 10 milligrams of Nebivolol.
What's that?
It's a beta blocker.
Okay.
Yeah, I've started looks maxing. I'm a believer in looks maxing and mogging
I can
now.
Tell.
Actually,
it's doing good on you.
Thank you. We should all try. We can all improve. I need to try. He's on crack apparently or heroin.
Kind of even you out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point
look at how this guy's sitting. He's actively tweaking out in this interview on the 15 drugs he's on.
Yeah,
poor kid, man.
It's crazy that it's even like he talks like is it legal to talk about doing ketamine like on stream? Like that's crazy to me. Like he just literally openly talks about being high on ketamine on a live stream. Like I just don't understand how.
I mean, he should talk about fixing his posture. That should be the next step in the looks maxing field.
That should be for me as well. That's an area I'm severely lacking in.
So it blocks the beta 1 and the beta 2 receptors, which just make it a little bit easier on your heart with the higher blood pressure and sort of
Gotcha. Okay, so testosterone, Accutane, Reta, Nebivolol, beta blocker, or the Nebivolol is a beta blocker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nebivolol is more selective of the beta 1 receptor.
Okay.
Propranolol is another beta blocker people take.
Yeah.
That's the beta 1. No.
Keep going.
So I usually take melanotan too. Because UV is damaging. Going down regular.
Anyways, a lot of interesting stuff. But what's even more interesting is this tweet right here. And you guys are younger than me. I'm 35 years old, so I was hoping you guys could maybe translate.
I got you.
Clavicular was mid-Jestergooning when a group of foids came and spiked his cortisol levels. Is ignoring the foids while munting and mogging moids more useful than SMV chatfishing in the club?
I'm a little stumped on that. I'll be honest.
I'm a little confused.
We might have to go to the comments for help on this.
We might have to. No, now, luckily for us, someone went ahead and actually analyzed the entire thing. Here's a breakdown of what these sentences mean for those not in the know. We're not going to read through the whole thing because it's quite long. But for example, Clavicular was mid-Jestergooning when a group of foids came and spiked his cortisol levels. What that means, Clavicular is his name. Okay, we get that. Jestergooning is a portmanteau for two terms. Jester maxing, which is acting like a clown or fool to get attention or cope with social rejection, and gooning, which is originally referred to a trance-like state induced by porn addiction, but in this context, it means staring blankly or engaging in obsessive low IQ behavior. So it's merging jester maxing, which is acting like a clown, to being in like a trance-like state induced by porn addiction. But in this context, staring blankly. Foids means it's a derogatory incel, as though the term incel is not derogatory. Term for women. Okay, so foids are female incels. Okay, we just learned something. That's crazy. Short for femoids, female humanoids. I had no idea. So foids are female incels. Spiked his cortisol levels. Cortisol is the stress hormone. This means the women made him extremely stressed, anxious, or panicked. Sentence 2. Analyzing. analysis. Is ignoring the foids while munting and mogging moids more useful than SMV chat fishing in the club? Munting, while originally a grotesque term from shock sites and looks maxing slang, it is sometimes used, often ironically, to describe an extreme or ugly form of mewing, tongue posture exercises to improve jawline. It implies focusing intensely on one's face aesthetics. I'm already confused. Even the explanation is confusing. Does anyone understand this? Munting.
I don't know. Let's just play the video.
There's no video here. Oh, this one. Okay.
Likes you. What's your my
So let's watch the Jestergooning in action.
my friend likes your cameraman. Tinder likes you. What's your name?
I want to eat you.
Tell us your name.
Yo, W. His name is Kirk.
Kirk. My friend likes your.
Kirk. Not Kirk.
So those are the foids, apparently.
Bro, this is actually like mind-rotting me.
I know. Well, here. This will make you feel better. Summary. The text asks a philosophical question within the specific internet subculture. Is self-improvement and dominance over other men, homosocial competition, more fulfilling than seeking validation from women through deception? In other words, James, the other question was actually very deep. We just didn't understand the meaning of it because we're too old. But yeah, continue about the brain rot. I'm right there with you.
Is ignoring the foids more use, and so this guy's just like so deep inside of the looks maxing kind of like incel culture that he's like, wait, is this even a productive use of my time?
Exactly.
So this man that posted this clip was what, like a PUA pickup artist fan guy that's just becoming self-aware.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
To be honest with you, this whole thing is confusing.
It's all rage bait.
I love it. Yeah, it is rage bait. It is rage bait.
But it's just like a clip of the most normal thing. He's just standing there, and a girl's asking like, "Hey, what's your cameraman's name?" Like, it's like the most normal. It's out of all of the clavicular clips that are going viral. Like, that's the least interesting one. And people are like, "Wait a second, a woman is not paying attention to him?"
That's why he's Jestergooning. You know what I mean? But yes. I think he's Jestergooning because they're foids. If they were better than foids, he would have been interested. But because they're foids, I guess, you know what I mean, and they're spiking his cortisol levels, he's decided to.
I'm glad that we named our podcast already, because otherwise I'd really push for Jestergooning as the name.
Jestergooning. All right, so we're done with Clavicular. We're done. We almost lost James, but he's back. Comrade Casey. Let's. Do you guys want to talk about H3 real quick? There's a couple of things that we can talk about. Let's get to H3 real fast. First, I have a couple of tweets to look at that someone posted. So Mike Dippy shared this. Ethan Klein is still in the denial stage. So Ethan shared this on Instagram apparently and deleted it. This was a story from yesterday, I think. Let's watch together. He says, logged out on fresh account. Our podcast is 100% invisible despite being bigger than 90% of these. Does anyone else see it? So he's going through all the podcasts. You got the dogs barking in the back. So implying that he's basically shadow banned.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not looking good for the old Ethan Klein.
Not looking good. He's out there complaining.
Oh no. Oh no, Sam Cedar.
Sam Cedar's there?
That's his popular search?
So yeah, like he's trying to compare himself to like the Joe Rogan podcast. So Mike was saying Ethan Klein is still in the denial stage. You know the career is cooked when they start crying about shadow bans. Also, how are their dogs yipping in every single video? Like, Jesus, how do they live like this? Oh, we're done with this one. And then he shared this again. He says, mark my words, Ethan Klein will wage war on YouTube, accusing them of anti-Semitism for shadow banning the H3 podcast and promoting Hassan's first stream on the platform. He's currently spiraling in his Bel Air mansion, trying to pass the blame for his hemorrhaging viewers. So real quick on that, do you guys think H3 is being shadow banned? Is Ethan imagining things, or does it make sense for their channel, I mean, to be losing views at this point?
I mean, I don't really know what else there is to get people interested in it. Like every now and then, oh wait, like every now and then I see some posts from his fan base, and they're complaining about how like, oh, it's difficult for new fans to get into the show. They're not really like making content to get new people involved or anything like that. So I
It's
don't know, man.
it's always
He's
kind of it's sorry to cut you off. It's always kind of been a hard show to get into. Like it's always had a lot of inside jokes and stuff. So if you hadn't followed, I feel for a long time, it would be. It's like it's always been a confusing show. I feel.
Yeah,
Kind of.
for sure. And like I don't know, he purged his audience while also courting another audience when he started doing all of this drama against like the online left. And ever since then, his show has just been in a steady decline of the amount of subscribers and viewers for everything. Um, and yeah, like last year, he was really flailing around, trying different things, trying like the video on demands that he was putting out there, changing up the content schedule. And obviously that wasn't working because he changed back. And now they're trying to do, I don't know if they're trying to do like something every day, Monday through Friday, but
Well, now they launched the more expensive memberships. Now they have like a $25 membership that that they've introduced, and they're promoting that heavily. They always used to have they used to have a more expensive membership back in the day, but they never really talked about it much. Now they're like promoting it very heavily, and they're giving like a lot of incentives to their viewers. And now, come to think of it, with the after show, you got to think of it that way as well. That we're going to talk about in a bit with Harley and Girl with a Microphone. That is like however many views that gets, that is just an extra revenue source for them now. You know what I mean? Like whatever super chats
Yeah.
that show's going to get. So they know that their show is getting 400,000 to 500,000 views now versus the 1 million that they used to get easily. So now I'm guessing that the after show, which is going to be like 2 hours long, even if it just gets 100K views, that's just more revenue for them. So I think that's one way for them to try to curb this as well, like introducing an after show right after that. And also, but I'll mention that later about the after show. But yeah, and also, I mean, H3 has always been a difficult show to get into. After spending 2 years of just shitting on Hassan and turning it into like a super negative, bitter podcast where he's constantly complaining about Hassan and iDubbbz and stuff and crying anti-Semitism and trying to like indirectly rationalize what Israel is doing. Yeah, obviously no one's going to want to tune in. I personally, at this point, like when I used to watch H3, I used to watch it for the goofs and gaffs, whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? The fun, chill times. Now I would literally only ever watch if I had a feeling he's going to talk about something newsworthy. Like if he's going to complain about Hassan or say something that I could talk about or react to, it's the only reason to ever watch that show anymore. Like to me, he has transformed it into the drama only podcast. And that's how a lot of viewers dipped. And the only ones that are left now, I think, only want the drama. Like, you know what I mean? Like all of these goofs and gaffs episodes that he's trying to do to recapture the golden days. Those days are gone, man. Like no one wants to listen to you guys review movies. No one wants to watch you guys eat weird foods. Like you've just spent 2 years being an asshole online. No one's just going to forget. And let's go back to the goofs and gaffs. So I think this is completely natural. It's not shadow banned. The show's just not doing as well. Like they're getting a third of the views that they used to, which
I think it could also be a problem of like advertiser friendly flagged channels. Like YouTube is very selective about what it promotes, especially on like he was looking on the TV app. I feel like that's pretty selective if you're just looking at the podcast category. And he's made almost no effort to make his stuff, advertiser friendly.
That's
so I don't
true.
even know why he's surprised.
And they've been in so many controversies and yeah. And even speaking of advertising, like they've also had to resort to weird ass advertisers, like talking about like struggling. Ethan and I reacted to this like a few weeks ago. Ethan kept for years said I'll never take a gambling sponsorship. I'll never take a gambling sponsorship. There's a whole montage of him complaining about gambling sponsorships, and now he's working with draft picks or whatever. Or like some sports betting app.
DraftKings, maybe?
Something like that. He's working with a sports betting app now. And they're also working Prize Picks, I think. Yeah, he took a Prize Picks sponsorship. They're working with Dan Saltman's Redact whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like a Destiny's co-host. Like they're having to resort to things that they either spoke out against in the past and said we would never do these things, or they're working with like just the most unsavory characters online.
But it's also just like
he's posting this simply to just rile up his audience. Like, what's the point of him posting this? He's not complaining to YouTube.
Complain to YouTube. Yeah.
Like, is he complaining to YouTube by posting that? Is he gonna reach out to his rep or whatever? Like, I think it's just once again to like get his audience to harass people that are at YouTube or like complain about it, or like even just reinforce the cult that they're at war with everyone, and it's this
100%.
community that is like constantly attacking other people. Like I was in their community page, and the thing they're doing now is like making billboards for James Charles or whatever. Like they can't exist without a target to latch onto and aim all of their energy at.
And like James Charles content, like at this point, it's like who gives a shit anymore, man? Like after all this
Literally
time,
years old.
It's years old drama. They're like microwaving their old fucking drama and topics. But like I'm looking at their.
That's a good metaphor for it.
I'm trying to look at their views. I mean, look, granted, their views are still incredible compared to my fucking views. But like, look, 300K on an episode, 395K on an episode, 488K, not bad. I mean, compared to what they were getting before. Here they got Olivia back after 8 days, hasn't even cracked 500K. Like the golden days are gone. So now with this after show, whatever we think about it, and I've only seen that I watched like a couple of minutes of this, and I saw a few minutes of their first episode. It's kind of unwatchable, but like at least that's an extra 200K views that they're getting on the same day. It doesn't matter that it's not the same live stream. That's going to be an extra revenue stream. That's an extra 100K views right there. That's an extra 169K views. So the show's doing okay. Now this one got 80 views. Look, I only saw footage from their first live stream, so if it was bad, they might get better. But there's also
I don't want to meet the kind of person that's watching this H3 after show. I mean,
I know you gotta be desperate for content at that point. If
like,
three
who is that target audience?
Yeah, I guess the super like parasocial ones. Like if 4 hours of H3 and Ethan complaining is not enough, and you need people talking about the last 3 hours and breaking that down. And look, I would have like an H3 after show would have made sense in the golden age of the Ethan versus Hassan drama. Like there's so much to talk about after. Like now, what is like Ethan, like in one of the last episodes, Ethan was reacting to his Don Lemon appearance, to his Piers Morgan appearance. What's there to say about that on an after show? Like at some point, I feel like I was doing an H3 after show technically after they would do their fucking insane, unhinged Zionist fucking tirades, and when I would react to that like the next day, in my mind, that's kind of an after show in a way as well. Like there was interesting shit to talk about there at least, and stuff to rebut and stuff to argue. When they're just doing goofs and gaffs, like who the fuck is sitting there for like 2 more hours of like, I have no idea, man.
Dude, it's
scary,
lonely
honestly.
people.
That's
what
people
it is.
exist. I'm kind of spooked out. Got chills.
Yeah.
Hey, I'd rather have them be watching the H3 after the show than making like AI generated videos of Democrats on animals' bodies. Okay.
Oh my god, yeah.
True.
And this is from I think a live stream from a couple of days of Ethan sort of talking about like he's more canceled than other people. So this is kind of within the same vein of him complaining about being shadow banned.
I feel like I'm way more canceled, like way more of a public outcast than these people.
Yeah, I would say. Both of us, by the way. Why you look at me like I did it to
Wait,
you?
when
No,
was
you
this?
just said I
When
would
was
say.
this, Anthony?
I think like a couple of days ago. This was a recent live stream. I think when I think the one where they were like Tamara and Lena were doing they were covering some kind of drama. I can't remember who it was. Taylor Swift and like something messages, whatever. So I think this was 2 days ago.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
You agree?
Yeah.
Like Chris D'Elia, Shane Dawson, Trisha, for Christ's sake, is doing great.
But what's the common thread between all those people?
None of them are Jewish.
There you go.
In fact, I'm not even a Zionist.
I mean, they literally can't help themselves, man. They can't help themselves. And Zach has to set him up for it. You know what I mean? Like, Zach, what's the common thread, Ethan? And Ethan's got to say it.
Really? So it's really something, isn't it? So yeah, good for them. Anyway, anyhow.
And you,
Brother, I have not heard shit from Chris D'Elia in like ages. I know he's still like doing like his own little podcast or something, So, but like no one, he's like not a guest on anywhere. He used to be everywhere at some point. He used to be in movies. He literally got erased from a fucking movie at the last minute. I can't remember, like the Zack Snyder movie. Like the dude's fucking gone.
You got the Tourette's, you know, you got that going.
And you are
that was never a problem
extremely
before
antagonistic to everyone on the internet all the time. That might have something to do with it too. Just starting
but that's not what
everyone all the time.
I would say all of that stuff was never a problem before October 7th.
Yeah, but that's true.
Like it is
all
now.
those other people that you listed don't do.
No, but
yeah, Dan is right. And also, like, if Ethan thinks that he might be shadow banned, like, yeah, why would anyone want to help you? Like, you shit on everyone online. The only reason he's nice to people now is if they defend him against Hassan, even if he hated them 2 years ago. If they defend Ethan against Hassan, he's nice to them. But like, he doesn't have any friends in like the YouTube industry anymore. So like, why is anyone gonna go to bat for you? Essentially, and why is anyone going to like push for your content? Who wants to be a guest on your show? But he spent the last 2 years alienating everyone, and everyone like loves Hassan. Everyone wants to support Palestine. All the young creators that people want to watch. Why would they want to associate with a podcast that has gone out of its way to again try to justify what Israel is doing and be like, it's not that bad. Like, I'm going to go film vlogs in Tel Aviv to show you. Like, it's like.
And it's also just like, yeah, they justify what Israel's doing, which is horrible. But he also literally monetizes ruining relationships with everyone that he's ever done content with. Like, that's his show. Tanking relationships publicly and then turning it into drama that people are going to sit there and want to watch.
For months and months, like literally Trisha, his ex-co-host, Hassan, his other ex-co-host. I think the lesson should be never host a podcast with Ethan Klein. That's first of all. And then iDubbbz, like his ex-best friend, the way he calls it. But so I think
that's so fucking funny.
He's still complaining.
He's like,
a little bit
I
more.
collaborated with iDubbbz one time 4 years ago, or like, I don't know, they made like 6 videos together, and he's like, we were the best friends in the world. I can't believe he would betray me like this.
Insane. Like the series, like Obi-Wan and Anakin shit. You are my brother, Anakin.
Right. Hey, you guys remember those videos though? Those were some the hot knife video. Come on, that was a banger.
Which one? Where he's like when you stabbed
with
me?
iDubbbz.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
you
the
guys
old
aren't real fans.
I remember them shooting in the desert. I remember them shooting in the desert on one of the videos. They were out in the. I don't remember these. So that's ancient to H3. I've seen them. I've seen most of their videos together, but I don't remember the hot knife reference. I'm sorry. I'm a fake fan.
Talk some shit, but not to like big people.
No.
But Ian makes a good point. I've been on the internet for like a decade and a half now, and it was only up until October 7th. Then all of a sudden it was a problem that like people cared about.
Including Tourette's, all of a sudden is a problem.
Oh yeah, Tourette's. Sorry. Apologize for that.
Is Cody a Jew?
So again, they think that the internet turned on them after October the 7th. Just happenstance. Oh, October the 7th happened. A bunch of Israelis got killed. I hate the H3 podcast now. I hate it so much now. It's crazy. It's like, no, people felt that like their values weren't aligned with yours. You had so many chances to like explain, to like talk about the genocide in a way that, you know, was empathetic to Palestinians without him trying to defend Israel, and he just was unable to do it. And instead of going after Israel in the IDF episode after episode, he went after Hassan and other small little creators who were just like trying to like either defend Hassan or talk about Palestine and criticize and call out Ethan for what he was doing, including myself, including you guys. He's gone after everyone. And he made that his mission.
Yeah. And he didn't just go after everyone. He went after a handful of creators that are like in his own circle, which was like the weirdest thing. Like if there's a Venn diagram of like all the people he attacked, a massive portion of their audience is also his own. Yeah. So it's just very poor decision making on his part.
I think one of like, yeah, we've talked about Ethan a lot and his coverage of the genocide, but he attacking small content creators. But really, I think the most damaging thing he's done is the incessant conflation between criticizing Israel and being anti-Semitic. Criticizing Israel or criticizing Ethan can't hear it, and he just says it's because he's Jewish.
Yeah.
Even in that clip you just showed, like, oh, is Cody Jewish? Like, oh, well, it's not my Tourette's, right? Because and that was never an issue before, so it must be something else. Wink, wink. Like, dude, it's just it's so disgusting because there is a lot of anti-Semitism right now, and this man is contributing to it. Doing the exact same card that Israel's doing, which is saying that any kind of criticism against me is anti-Semitism.
He can't help himself. And I think naively, that when Sam Cedar went on his show and they had that debate, I'm like, that's it. Like, I think if anyone's gonna make him understand, it's Sam Cedar. Like, he clearly got trounced in that debate. Sam Cedar fucking wiped the floor with Ethan. But then, sure enough, he shows up the next day being like, I wiped the floor with Sam Cedar. I embarrassed him. I destroyed him. Shame on him for trying to say that I'm conflating Zionism with... I was like, holy fucking shit. Like, that's when I knew that it was completely hopeless. Like, it was hopeless from before. I was just trying to be an optimist. I was like, Sam, like, I love Sam Cedar. We all like Sam Cedar. I'm like, if anyone can get, and he's Jewish, so like, maybe he can get through to Ethan. You know what I mean? Like, look, you don't have to be this way, Ethan. And yeah, hopeless.
Pretty bad.
Mudman sends a €5 donation, a £5 donation, and says, oh, I was an arsehole and people don't like me anymore and notice my hypocrisy and nonsense. Exactly. It's just accountability. It's accountability, and he's conflating it with, I've been canceled. You've not been canceled. You know how many... I gave Ethan and Ela so many chances. Like, I kept watching their podcast for like a month and a half or two. I'm like, this can't be what they think. Like, this can't be what they really think. And it took me like 2 months to be like, okay, I'm finally going to make a video talking about this. But like, it's not like I stopped watching the next day. I'm like, okay, Ethan and Ela, like, they're emotional, and like Ela's from Israel, so I understand why. Okay, her family's telling her one thing, and like, I understand that tensions are high. Maybe in a couple of days she'll kind of like, they'll cool off and they'll kind of see what's actually going on. But no, they kept insisting and insisting, and like Ela refuses to fucking criticize the IDF. Ethan did it at some points and says like, yeah, he even says that like, some of the settlers are valid military targets. He said that the IDF are terrorists. He'll say something that is positive, but like Ela would never make those concessions. She'll never make those concessions. Yeah. And I'm sure, and 100%, if Ethan wasn't married to Ela, if he wasn't married to like an ex-IDF Israeli person, he would have been more flexible. But like, he can't, dude. Like, his wife was in the IDF, her family's in Israel. She's not gonna move a fucking inch. So he's not gonna move an inch.
Well, right, he goes from like the last episode of Leftovers with Hassan crying about a slain Palestinian child and like a Palestinian dad holding his dead kid, crying about that, to then like a year and a half later blaming the Palestinians for their own genocide. It's uncanny. Like, yeah, you can't tell me that Hila posting like pro IDF shit on our Instagram all the time, saying that Yoav Gallant was a good guy. All of that shit did not influence Ethan's opinion at all.
And insane. That was the funniest. Yoav, I love that Yoav Gallant clip. And
he's a really good guy.
And Ela congratulating like female Israeli pilots for bombing Iranians. Like, and like reposting Donald Trump's post about like the war in Iran. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, hey,
so good.
That's what they wanted. So speaking of, so we're done with this clip. Speaking of which, have you guys had a chance to watch the after show at all? Have you guys seen it? What do you guys think of it?
I want to watch it just because I hate my audience and myself. So I want to see like how far I can get.
A live stream reaction? That would be kind of funny, actually. If you did a live stream reaction for that show. I haven't seen it. I understand why they're doing it. What's kind of funny is that like part of me was thinking like, because I was an H3 fan, you know what I mean? And I spent my time making anti-H3 live streams and criticizing Ethan. But what if I had done what Girl with a Microphone had done? What if I had spent every live stream glazing Ethan and Ela, being like, no, I will defend Ethan against all these crazy leftists. Ethan is not actually a Zionist. And what if I had kissed his ass? In another universe, I could have been the host of that after show. He could have been like, hey, Anthony, we love you. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of funny seeing... Because that's literally he just hired the two people that were defending him online. That's all it took. All it took was finding the two content creators that were not insulting him, not calling him a Zionist. He just fucking shoved them on a show together. Here, be friends, have a live stream together. Like, that's kind of funny.
This woman is like a fan.
She does an H3 after. She did an H3 after show live stream.
She's just a fan.
She's just a fan, H3 fan. She just glazes H3 and shits on everyone H3 shits on. If H3
like
shits
all
on
of
me,
his other employees.
Like his employees. Yep. So now she's getting paid to do what she was doing for free, essentially. But
this why I'm saying it's a cult. Like you just hire the people that already love you and defend you. Like I don't know, you push away any kind of criticism.
And Harley, dude, Harley Mornstein, literally the only reason he became relevant again was a creator clash. I had never heard, like, I hadn't seen or heard of Harley ever since the fucking Epic Mealtime shit that I used to see on Facebook when I was still on Facebook that would just pop up. Like creator clash kind of put him back on the map.
Okay, well, he's hosting a show with girl with a microphone. I don't know if I'd call that relevant again. I guess he is getting like 100K views.
Yeah, like that's all he has going. If you go to his channel, he gets like the same amount of views that I get, and like he was really famous. He was like genuinely famous. Like, you know what I mean?
Wait,
like,
is his channel still called Epic Mealtime?
I think so. Look this up now. And he has like a podcast where he talks about like cheeseburgers and like the price of cheeseburgers and like. It's McDonald's getting more expensive. I don't know. I don't know. Now he
doesn't have the podcast where he talks about cheeseburgers. Anthony, does he?
Well, now he does. Now he has to watch the H3 podcast where they talk about like Taylor Swift and whoever else's drama, and he has to do an after show with girl with a microphone. But look, they're getting paid, you know. So good for them.
That's true.
Good for them. Has anyone in the audience? Let me ask the audience. Has anyone seen the after show? Have you seen?
I went to McDonald's today. A Big Mac's $4.26 now. It used to be $4.16.
I wanted my breakfast sandwich, but they stopped serving breakfast sandwiches at 10 a.m. instead of 11. I was angry. I have no idea what the fuck he talks about. Did you check out his channel?
Epic Mealtime. I don't know. I guess it's just his name is his YouTube channel. But if we're talking about breakfast sandwiches, I went to Panera last week for like the first time. It's horrible. How was I not aware that it was that bad?
I have not been to Panera in ages, dude.
Not a smart choice. Break the bank, break your tooth. That's the old 1-2.
Really?
Hey, okay. Brad, thank you for the 10 gifted subs.
Yo, let's go. Okay, I have his channel pulled up.
Videos.
Nice. Let's go to his videos. So his video.
Yeah, this is actually insane.
Nice Bahamian arc rating Bodmon. Okay, 5K views. My first gig did not go as planned. 3.6K views, 6.5K, 2K. I mean, listen, again, sometimes I have videos that get this many views, but I'm a nobody YouTuber. I was not a famous YouTuber with millions of subscribers. I'm not currently like a co-host on the H3 podcast. 5K views. Like, these are views that like just a regular YouTuber or content creator gets. These are not the views that someone like him should be getting.
I mean, this channel's pretty bad.
It's horrible.
He's posting like every 4 months.
He's got AI thumbnails, by the way, which already, like, you know, is kind of fucked. At least here, some of these ones, like this is AI. He wasn't using AI here. So this is, I think did he stop his burger podcast? Oh, he might have deleted that shit. I think the burger podcast, I think when Bad Empanada made fun of him, he might have deleted that stuff.
So fucking funny.
He might have deleted that. And what else okay, so one final thing I wanted to ask you guys about, or that we wanted to talk about when it comes to H3, does anyone want to add anything about the after show? James, when are you having your live stream reacting to the after show?
I don't know. I might do it. Maybe I'll do it tonight if I feel like I just don't want to sleep and punish myself.
Wow.
Okay, I'll try to tune in. If you're not going to watch the big game, folks. Big game. Okay, so 3% so far of my audience has seen the after show. 39 votes. That's nobody.
No. I mean, no one in the regular podcast is watching it. Like, if the numbers are to be believed, they're getting like a third or a fourth of their views of the regular show, which is pretty bad for a show that's supposed to start directly after the podcast. Like, people aren't just like going and clicking on that; they're just done. I don't know.
Well, I bet a big portion of the
big new show.
I bet a big portion is still hate watchers. And it's not very fun to hate watch when Ethan's not involved.
That's the thing.
True.
Like, yeah, like there's no juice there. Like, I would watch if there was something to hate watch. I would maybe watch something to react to, something to use as content here. You know what I mean? But I think their show depends on the H3 pod. If Ethan delivers a good drama-filled episode, they'll have something to chew on in their after show. If he's there fucking goofing and gaffing, why does Harley Morenstein care about the H3 podcast in that way? I don't know. But yeah, Numfo says there's zero chemistry on that after show. Fart Twain sends a $5 donor. Thank you, Fart Twain. Says AB and Harley should have a show together. It could be called Pushovers. That would be fucking awesome, actually.
That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, like he should have, like, I guess the crew would be tired, but like he should have used his own crew to host an after show. Like, have the crew, like, kind of like on Good Mythical Morning, the crew kind of does stuff.
Yeah, people have been asking for that for ages.
Yeah, like I would have back in the day. I would have loved to see it like Dan and like Ian host a show together or something like that. Like that would have been funny. Sure. Again, I don't want to mess with the crew anymore. But so one final thing. Ethan on Piers Morgan. Did you guys watch that?
That was a hard watch.
That was horrible. I sat through the whole thing. It was incredibly boring. I thought it was going to be like an exciting piece of content to react to. They sat there and talked. Don Lemon, man. James, did you check that out?
I saw some clips of it. I saw some like cringy jokes that Ethan was trying to crack, and I'm just like, I think I'm going to stay away from this one. Ethan has just been like not interesting to watch, like for I don't know 4 or 5 months now.
It's done. It's done. Like the juice is done out of the whole like the story. It's just exhausting to talk about. Like, what else does he have to say about the whole situation? And like, to me, if Ethan was going to go on Piers Morgan, it was to talk about like the rise of anti-Semitism on the left. And like, I thought like, because that's been his whole shtick for the past 2 years. That's the thing he wants to fight. And he made Casey Tron mention the rise of anti-Semitism on the left in her apology video. Like, you know what I mean? So that's it. But like to get on Piers Morgan to talk about Don Lemon. And the entire panel fucking sucked. Like, the entire panel was sauceless. Let me just pull these buffoons up.
Yeah, for once, Ethan was the most funny guy in the room.
Yeah, it was a horrendous panel. Like, I think Piers, you could see he was visibly annoyed that, like, he's like, this is a bad episode. Like, this is not good. He's like, you know what I mean? He was not enjoying that. I just want
to say, thank you to Cedar Down Under, 20 gifted subs or memberships.
Let's go, Cedar Down Under.
Peter.
So here, let me pull this up here real quick. Let me bring this. Where is he? So look, it has 334K views. Piers Morgan, like regularly, gets like, look, this Tim Pool episode 400K, 500, almost 600K, 400K, 400K, and he often gets like 1 million views when they're talking about like really hot topics. This Ethan one's is at 330K, like Don Lemon.
Yeah.
And look at these idiots.
Klein, great to.
Sorry, let me
Over-prosecute. You don't.
Look at these buffoons. This fucking idiot. Like, I couldn't even recognize this fucking guy. It took me a minute. I'm like, I know him, but like, where? And then they're like, he's the guy who tried to sell a Senate seat. We got this straight up leprechaun. This guy was a nice guy though, but he was a straight up leprechaun dude. Like, just no charisma. No charisma. That's all I'll say. This dude is a fucking like Russian shill. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? But the leprechaun came in for with the save multiple times. And I'm not trying to be offensive. I love leprechauns, folks. And I got the pass to call him a leprechaun from Irish viewers, and they said that I even have a decent Irish accent. Oh, Cedar Down Under has also gifted 20 memberships. W's in the chat for the greatest Lebanese Australian person out there. Yeah. I'm looking for my wee gold, pot of gold. W, holy shit, Cedar Down Under with a W. Thank you so much, Cedar Down Under. Again, we don't deserve you. You're way too kind, way too generous. We love you, mate.
Cedar is powering this show.
I hope a dingo did not eat your baby, Cedar Down Under. That's all I'll say. So, Pia, I watched that. There's nothing, like, I can't even show you, like, a fun part of this. Like, look at that. He's Ethan on Don Lemon. Like, just look at this shit. Tell me.
To leave. I'm sure Benny's not talking about this, or he'll say, I don't know anything about that. But she didn't leave right away. It's all on video. She stormed a church. Right. She called people pedophiles. Not only is she not arrested, but the DOJ is not.
I'm a journalist. Recording. Yes.
That was a good soundbite.
And
I'm a journalist.
And he kept reading shit off of a screen. At the end, he's literally looking at his computer.
So just give me your assessment of what's happened with Don Lemon.
Gladly. So I agree with the majority on the panel that, I mean, he did nothing. He walked in there as a journalist recording. He said, you guys are very keen to talk about what he said on camera, but you forget this one, Benny. He said, quote.
Look, he's reading. He's literally, okay, like he's reading his quote. I get it. But he spent half the time looking at a computer screen. And like he's got the whole crew around him. He kept looking around at people and smiling. So like Dan is there.
I'm not part of the group.
It real quick? Because I'm just reading the comments on this video, and like half of the top comments are H3 fans writing it. The other half are just like insulting Ethan.
On Piers?
But I just think it's crazy to me that this is the lowest viewed episode of Uncensored in at least 3 months or whatever. And he has his entire audience watching this. So that means it's a really low viewed episode.
I had a hard time sitting through this, and I'm like excited. I'm, all right, some good content. What's Ethan gonna say? Something like just something fun to fucking react to. Random. Zero, man. It was like we were powering through. The audience was bored. I'm like, am I crazy or does this fucking suck? But no. Eric with a 14 sec super sticker with a little black kitty. Thank you so much. And Chris with another $2 super chat and says, Anthony, please don't make us watch this garbage again. We're not, I promise. You see, everyone fucking hated it. It was genuinely horrendous. But let me just show you
the journalist
where he's reading at the end. I hope I can catch that part. It's literally like his closing statement. He's trying to... Where can I find him? Oh, Ethan.
Glenn Beck?
Yeah, then they had Glenn Beck on the fucking show. I'm not gonna be able to find him. He was looking out at his fucking screen.
Yeah, but I think one is much more urgent. I think Benny is intentionally bearing the lead here. I think we're sleepwalking into fascist police overreach, and I want to say fuck ICE.
Oh, wait, no.
And get the fuck out.
Piers, can I just end by saying one quick thing?
And he kept Piers wanted to end the show, and Ethan was like, can I say one more thing? And that kind of annoyed Piers. I swear to you, Piers had this expression the whole episode. Like, this is not getting any views. This panel sucks. And you can tell by the views, seriously. Like, if you want to get invited back on the Piers Morgan show, you have to make a good impression, right? You have to be either funny or like really controversial and have like some viral moments, or at least
you got to be sensational.
Yeah, or be smart and know what you're talking about. You could be the boring guy, but at least know what you're talking about. Ethan is not a journalist. He's not qualified to be there and talk about Don Lemon if he should be arrested or not. He wasn't funny. He wasn't sensational. You know, it was.
I know. Like two funny sound bites from this. The first one, I'm a journalist. The second one, Ethan Klein, give me your opinion on what happened to Don Lemon. Like, why? Why are you bringing on Ethan to talk about this?
Look, I'm down to see that debate that Ethan wants to do against the bearded anti-Semitic dude. What's
Bilzerian?
Dan Bilzerian. I'll watch that. Like, that is a sensational Jerry Springer type episode of Piers Morgan. That's why we tune in, not for fucking boring dudes talking about Don Lemon. Like, the whole topic, the subject itself of Don Lemon was boring. Like, so
each guy on this is somehow whiter than the last one too.
It was horrible. It was horrible.
Well, I wonder Hassan's appearances on Piers Morgan. They're definitely in the millions. I'd have to believe they were very
for sure
viral videos.
Hassan does great on Piers Morgan, and he's had the moment where he told the guy to shut the fuck up, like, you don't know anything, like, shut up. That was viral.
Classic.
when he was telling the dude from Valuetainment, what's his name, Vinny. He's like, hey, why are you Vinny? You're looking really red. Like, yeah, Hassan's had multiple, and Ethan was trying to go for that. Like, at the very end, he told like Rob Leboyevich, like no one should take why the fuck are you here? Like, whatever the fuck he told him.
We have Mehdi Hassan getting 1 million views on Piers Morgan 4 months ago. Then a year ago, 3.4 million views. Then the Hassan interview that happened 2 years ago has 4.2 million views on Piers Morgan's channel.
Whoever booked Ethan fucked up. Like, there are better episodes to put him on. You know what I mean? Like, they just fucked up. They put him on with the wrong panel.
Both Hassans are blowing Ethan out of the water.
Yeah, no. Wrong topic. Wrong panel, boring as fuck. Like, they wasted it. Like, now if he goes back on Piers Morgan and I tell my audience, hey, let's react to it, they're gonna think twice before clicking because they're not gonna believe that it's gonna be fun content now. So, genuinely disappointing and dangerous what they
It's
do.
so funny that it's the lowest viewed. All right, I'm gonna scroll back to see how far we have to go before we find something lower viewed than that one.
You need to watch it. It'll be interesting for your stream. I'm sure they're gonna hate you for it. Like, this might be worse than watching the after show. You know what I mean? Actually, no. The after show, reacting to Ethan, reacting to his Piers Morgan appearance, must be an all-timer. Can you imagine that? Harley and a girl with a microphone.
Yeah.
Having a comment on this.
Get negative views? Is it possible to get negative views on a YouTube video?
Yo, you should react to that tonight, because like they have to glaze him, because he pays them to glaze him, and they have to sit there and say that was an incredible Piers Morgan appearance. That's fucking incredible.
So the only videos that are getting lower views than that Ethan Klein appearance are like one-on-one interviews that Piers Morgan is doing.
Yeah, crazy. It's crazy. It's actually crazy bad. It's really funny. And he knows. Yeah. Ethan knows. Maybe he got shadow banned, Ethan. You know? You never know. I was thinking before we get... Okay, sorry about that. Let me fucking Prince Andrew fucking piece of shit of that fucking picture.
Jesus Christ,
I don't want to look at that shit anymore, man. I'm so tired of the Epstein stuff. Do you guys want to talk about Emiru and Denims before we jump into Epstein?
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, sure. Okay, here, give me a second. I'm going to set some stuff up. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a sec. All right. Oh, I wasn't sharing. Was I sharing? Oh, yeah, let me stop sharing. There we go.
You were.
Dude, this Epstein stuff is exhausting. Here, I'm going to switch to myself. Okay, so you guys can't see. Okay, just as I open the links real quick. Fucking Epstein.
So what is going on with Emiru? I'm seeing I'm seeing some stuff about it. I just have no idea. Is she bad? Is she a bad person now?
She's bad now. Yes, Emiru's bad. I think she's always been bad. The first time I ever heard of Emiru was when she got attacked at TwitchCon.
Oh yeah.
Here's
a post I'm seeing. Emiru has asked her thoughts on ICE. If you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to get off the internet.
Yes, essentially. So yeah, if you want, we can let's the original clip. So yeah, Emiru's asked her thoughts.
There's a certain extent where I'm like,
someone asked her about what she thought about ICE, and here was her response.
on ICE? Like, there's a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get people wanting big content creators to
fucking copyright. Let me just pause for a second.
Say their opinions on important topics. I get that, right?
God, Twitch, dude. Fucking these Twitch streamers playing all this copyrighted music, watching reality television shows in full. What are the rules? Why don't we all live by the same rules?
I know. Well, that's why Hassan's not streaming on YouTube today. It's like, I can't handle the copyright strictness.
Dude, it's fucking hard, man. It really is hard.
But it's like, if you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about
she could barely speak. She could barely formulate a fucking sentence.
Politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to
So she's just
get off
watching copyrighted shit.
Yeah, to just sit there and listen to fucking Daft Punk, apparently.
the internet. Just stop.
Dude, I gotta stream on
hello.
Twitch.
I know, right? Dude, I could watch so many reality TV shows.
I don't what? I don't know.
Okay, let me speed this shit up. Get through this. She can't speak, dude. If you need
get help. Even I don't know.
Oh, am I not sharing my screen?
No, you're not right now.
Oh, but wait.
You can't say I don't do politics.
Oh, you guys can't see. Sorry, guys.
She visited the border wall?
You guys can't see what I'm seeing. My bad, guys. Thanks for the heads up. Boom. There you guys go. Can you guys see now?
It's so funny because in America, there are certain topics that are just like, oh, this is way too far. Like raising the taxes on the wealthy. They're like, the wealthy are going to leave the country. We can't do that at all. But then you have, a terrorist organization kidnapping people, breaking down people's doors, torturing them. And it's just like, well, both sides are bad. It's like, okay, so you have Zoran saying we want to raise the taxes on the wealthy, and that's too far. But police murdering people in the street, like executing them, that's completely fine, or that's justified by half of the politicians in this country.
Oh, she commentated. She talked about Zohran, talking about like.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, in general, in like American discourse, there's things you can't say, but like, oh, I'm gonna fence sit on ice, and that's an acceptable position to have. Like, you just hear so many people that are apolitical, and I'm putting that in quotes because they're actually conservative, that don't feel like they need to comment about it.
By the way, Eric, with a 70 sec dono, thank you so much, says Hassan on Pierce was way better. Exactly, yeah, James just told us how many views that shit got. Hassan on Piers was iconic, but Eric, thank you so much for the generous super chat. It's very kind. So she basically is saying, if you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to like get off the internet. Let's watch her struggle to get through that sentence a little bit longer.
Like,
oh my god.
What is she watching, by the way? Like, what is her content?
Yeah, this looks like is this ice cream and like a hot apple pie or something? But then why is there like
is her content just I'm gonna cosplay as Nico Robin from One Piece?
Maybe, but like is this
stammer my way through a stream?
Is this a dessert or is this a savory dish? Because on the right, without the sauce, it looks like some kind of sweet pie with 2 scoops of ice cream. But on the left, it looks like it's covered in gravy. What the fuck is this?
That looks like British. They have some sort of a liquor. What do they call it? It's a parsley liquor or something.
Oh, really? That sounds disgusting.
It's mashed potatoes.
I thought it was ice cream, but it's not melted at all, so it's probably mashed potatoes.
That's people scoop up mashed potatoes with an ice cream scooper? That's crazy. And that's not an apple pie? Or like something sweet?
I think it's a meat pie.
Meat pie.
This is why people watch Emiru, to find out answers to these questions.
Exactly.
It's disappointing.
Obviously, I don't dislike any of the political streamers, except for like some of like the really bad ones. I don't really like them. But it's like,
dude, the Daft Punk is killing.
Care so much what they say. I guess it's.
And I even with all the pausing, I think we might still get fucked. So anyway, she just refuses to give an answer. Okay, she decides to fence it instead of saying yes, ICE is bad, or I think ICE is good. She decides to not say anything. And some people are claiming that her silence means something. So Maria says, honestly, I really hate the stupid wow small bean reaction most of these women on Twitch resort to when asked a question that any fucking adult can answer. You are nearly 30 acting like a baby for your audience of incel adjacent Asian fetishists. So this person wasn't fucking with that response, and I don't fuck with it as well, to be honest with you. What did I just close?
Epstein's doppelganger also.
Epstein, yeah. So here's what you need to know about this dipshit grifter view botter called Emiru. Her friend / podcast co-host Asmongold is a shut-in Nazi view botter. Her friend / podcast co-host Tectone is a rapist who can't own a gun in Texas for 10 years. And her friend Lakari is a pedophile. So
wait, she has a podcast with Asmongold and Tectone?
Yes, so it's called...
Oh my God.
I found that out today. It's called Steak and Eggs Podcast, co-hosted with fucking Asmongold, Tectone, and this guy Lakari, who apparently is a pedophile. Those three...
No, it looks like they stopped doing content, though.
Yeah, 8 months ago or something. It was 11 months ago seems to be the last upload. But like that's the company that she keeps. So when you stay silent, but your friends are Tectone, Asmongold, and a pedophile, your silence means more than silence, I would say. What do you guys think? Casey, what you think?
I mean, I've never heard of this person.
Really? She just had the
pretty I mean,
yeah, like she had the Miskiff drama. Did you hear about like her and Miskiff recently? Like apparently she killed her bunnies. She kills bunnies. Apparently Miskiff harassed her and did horrible things to her, but apparently she abuses bunny rabbits at home and doesn't clean their cages properly or their pens.
Damn.
I mean, anyone hanging out with Asmongold,
it's already kind of a red flag.
It's a matter of time before you find out what they're up to.
Yeah, I mean, obviously she doesn't give a fuck about ICE, and I think like this is a pretty consistent position I've had where being apathetic about politics just enables the fascism. And when you're like a big streamer, yeah, I think there's like three different levels you can be, and I've said this about the genocide in Palestine a lot. If you are, you're either an advocate for like the victims, you don't do anything, which is pretty bad, or you're an advocate for the oppressors. And I think that Emiru's falls pretty clearly between not doing anything and being an advocate for the oppressors if she's like associating with Asmongold or doing other right-wing coded things.
Exactly. What do you guys think about, okay, so if a streamer, like the three of us, some of our content, not all my content is political, but I do talk about politics, so I guess it's normal for me to share my political takes, you guys as well. But what if you guys were video game streamers? You just talked about video games all day, you just played video games on Steam all day. Do you think, and if you had a sizable audience, do you think it's fair to expect like a video gamer to share their opinion on ICE, or do you think like it's kind of fair? Like, why are you expecting a gamer to tell you what to think about ICE? What do you guys think about that?
I mean, I feel like it's pretty silly to say it's a bad thing. I don't know. I don't think it's, if you want to, I don't know. I think it's just a silly way to avoid the topic, I guess. I mean, if you don't want to talk about it, you're kind of hiding something from your audience.
He's like, yeah, you can just be honest and be like, okay, well, I don't know about these things. But she didn't do that. She's like, I'm going to refuse to talk about it at all, which to me demonstrates that she's not being honest in her response to this prompt or this question.
Yeah.
Like, your job as an internet content creator is to kind of appease your audience and you form a relationship with them. It's reasonable for your audience when they're experiencing hardships, especially like hardships on a scale nationwide, to ask you your opinions on these things. And so, yeah, I don't think it's unreasonable for her audience to ask her about this thing. And I think the response you got is pretty telling that she doesn't really give a shit.
Yeah, I think it's like this, it's very fence city. Like, I think, if you have a sizable audience, like it's like the Michael Jordan thing. Didn't he say like Republicans and Democrats buy tennis shoes when people used to ask him back in the day to share his political opinions? He felt that if he spoke out either way politically, he was going to be halving his audience, basically. He didn't want to alienate Republicans or Democrats from buying his sneakers ultimately. So the business decision for him was, if I stay out of politics, kind of like Taylor Swift, it took her forever. Has she even said anything about Palestine? I don't think so, right? What's the calculus on that point? It's just, I don't want to alienate part of my audience. Now, she did sort of like talk about Kamala and tell people to go vote for Kamala. But again, it's a very calculated thing. I think streamers do, like, it is a fair question to ask of a streamer. Of course, one of the reasons why I stopped watching H3, which we were talking about earlier, was I felt like if I'm going to spend so much time watching someone and give them a lot of my time, my energy, sometimes money, if we're donating, if we're buying their products, if I'm going to support you, I need to know that we're aligned. At least we have similar values. I want to know that, you're a decent person, that you believe in the things that I believe in, because if I'm going to be sending you money, and okay, even if you're not supporting someone financially, time is money. If you're sitting there and watching someone, they're getting ad revenue, they're getting your time, they're getting your attention. All of that is valuable. So yeah, you do kind of owe me an answer. And if I disagree with your opinion, like she could say, I love ICE. Okay, great. That's your opinion. I can stop watching you. But the fact, and look, and if someone wants to stay out of it, I get it. But her silence in this case, because of the people she associates with, because she's friends with Asmongold, because she's friends with Tectone, because she's friends with a pedophile, that speaks volume. And that answers what she refuses to answer. You know what I mean?
And
that speaks for her.
I think it's a very inhuman thing to be asked a question about people suffering and to have a response of like, I don't care about this. Like, why are you asking me about this? Like, are you a human? Do you have qualities other than just, I don't know what people watch her for. But do you have empathy for people? Can you relate to other people's struggles? I think it's totally fair in your everyday life to see people that have the same type of attitude towards what's happening and cut them out, to not want to interact with them. Why would I want to hang out with you if you're just gonna, not even disparage like the protesters or whatever, but just have the attitude of like, oh, this doesn't matter at all, when if it matters to you a lot, why would you want to interact with someone like that?
Yeah.
And so if you can hold your family members to that type of standard, or you can hold your friends and you can have relationships change off of that, then you can 100% hold the streamers that you watch and fund to that standard.
I think she just doesn't want to alienate the Asmongold audience. She knows a massive part of her audience watches Asmongold, they watch Tectone, they watch all of these fuckers who love Ice. So she's like, she might hate Ice, but she's like, if I say anything, they'll stop watching me. So, and I just remembered while you guys were talking, she actually commented on the Ethan Klein lawsuit thing, and her answer does not shock me. Like, this is the kind of person she is. Again, she knows her audience. She knows her audience loves the lawsuits because they're Asmongold fans. This is what she had to say about the Frogan, Denims, and Casey Tron lawsuits.
Well, reacts are a little scary because I saw that some people are getting sued for reactions, but I mean it's like a different case than what I do, I guess. So surely it's different.
Oh, again with the music. Fuck. Again, just listen to copyrighted music.
Strategic.
I mean, look, if we get copyrighted, I'll be able to mute these easily with a like YouTube editor, but like still, it's annoying.
Mr. Daly wouldn't sue me. We're homies.
She's really okay. Where did she say?
Like they react to me. It's people that like maliciously for 33 months. It's people that like.
It's impossible. She's basically saying that like if you're maliciously reacting to something, you deserve to be sued. Essentially, that's what she was saying.
Maliciously react, like they react to people.
Whatever happened to that lawsuit, by the way? Like, we know what happened with Casey Tron. What about Denims and Frogan?
Denims said she's going to fight it, so Denims is ongoing. Frogan hasn't given any updates, really. Denims had said that, like, she thinks Frogan is also going to... She said, like, Frogan is going to cave or something.
I mean, there's no way that Denims, like, gets held for copyright infringement for that. Her reaction was, like, she added, like, 3 hours of content to it.
I know, but it's because she read like she responded to like a commenter saying that like like something like that, dude. They literally were reacting to commenters.
And they're like, watch me so that they don't get any views. Like, yeah, you can't do that.
Like, yeah, that's not what they did. So she's taking the Asmongold narrative that like they're like, hey, watch our videos so you don't get views. So honestly, I think she's a piece of shit person. To be honest with you, she seems like a piece of shit. Denims tweeted this out, calling her a racist chud. She said, never thought I'd see the day would be fence-sitting the modern Gestapo. So Denim's calling her out.
Denims being based as usual.
Denim's being pretty based. And then here's some people... Wait, let me see what we got here.
Dude, what is that picture, too? Like, the picture for that podcast is kind of cursed. The Big Bang Theory Asmongold.
I think I might have closed. I have some links that are criticizing. Let me open those up real quick. Separately. Let me stop sharing real quick. Oh no, was I sharing? Oh yeah, I was sharing still. Sorry, this is
you're
confusing. Good. Let me quickly open. Let me see if I open these up. Make it make sense. Okay, why I left the left? Yeah, sorry, these disappeared on me. So these people are criticizing, and then we're gonna watch Dennis' video. So this person is saying, racist for not saying anything, make it make sense. So they don't understand. But again, silence is complicity. If you're silent on something like ICE going door to door and they've murdered 2 Americans in cold blood, if you can't say simply like, yo, I disagree with this is bad, you're kind of a coward. And this person says, this is the exact fucking reason I skyrocketed out from being a lefty. You either speak how you're told, or you're a racist or a monster, etc. She said nothing wrong. Again, technically she didn't say anything wrong, but it's her refusing to talk about something that is so obviously wrong and evil just to maintain a fucking streaming audience. It just speaks to her lack of character, I think, and lack of moral values. That's it. And people can choose to react to her any way they want. Here's what Denims had to say, doubling down on that.
So when did people on the right get so soy? You're smearing and defaming by calling someone a chud.
They always have been.
No, it tells me everything I need to know about the character of someone who talks about things this way.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know why this... I mean, it's intentional ignorance, but that's okay. It tells me everything I need to know about this person. If you are fine with commenting on things you don't know about when it benefits you, when you know your audience will like you talking about it, that's one thing. But then for you to use an opportunity or ignore an opportunity where you could talk about something, maybe your audience doesn't like it, maybe you could educate them on it a little bit, but you choose not to, you're just siding with whatever your chud or chudette audience wants to hear. She's right when she says most streamers are not qualified to talk about politics. Okay, here's the thing, dude. You actually don't have to be qualified to talk about politics to say fuck ICE. It's not that hard of a concept.
Yeah, exactly. That's very true as well. I was never qualified. Like when I started talking about like Palestine and the war in Israel, like the genocide and what was happening in Israel, Palestine, and what they were doing to Lebanon, like I'm not a fucking political expert. I'm not
Anthony, you weren't a historical expert on the 100 years of Israel settlement to be able to talk about it. Context matters, you know.
You know, I'm not at all. You know, I was just a Lebanese dude that wanted to talk about what was happening in the region, to what was happening to our next door neighbors, and honestly, I think. Like people think that me talking about like what was happening in Israel or Palestine like helped our channel. It actually kind of hurt the channel in the long run because my show for like 4 years it was a very casual, fun, chill show where we talked about like bullshit stuff. Once the genocide started, I like did a complete pivot and just kept talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. Like I got a new audience from abroad that was interested, but like I completely alienated a lot of my Lebanese audience that used to tune in to not listen about like war and fucking shit, that because we live in that shit all the time. Like my show was supposed to be escapism. So when my show became talking about the genocide over and over again and and what was happening in Lebanon and me defending the resistance, like sure, a lot of Americans and Europeans like that, but a lot of Lebanese people don't care what's happening in Palestine. A lot of Lebanese people, the extreme Christian right, they actually like dislike Palestinians in many ways, or like they dislike Hezbollah. They want Hezbollah to get eliminated. So, but I felt like it was more important to talk about that. And again, living in Lebanon, we lose power mid live stream. But I felt like it was more important to talk about that, and I didn't care about the numbers or about my stream or about my YouTube channel. I wanted to do what I thought was right. So if she can't look at what's happening in the streets of Minneapolis and be like, that's fucking wrong, that's fucked up, then. And I don't even want to associate with people like that. Like when the genocide was happening, I could not hang out with friends of mine who weren't speaking out about the genocide because that's all I was consuming. That's all I was thinking about. It was so weird to me hanging out with people that weren't talking about that, weren't thinking about that, or they were just like, hey, who cares about that? Let's just like watch this movie. I was like, how could you sit there and say that? So to be like, imagine watching a streamer that doesn't care. It's like, that's not going to happen. Why am I going to give you my time? But that's just the kind of person that I am. Some people don't give a fuck, but I care. So.
Oh, do you want to stop sharing, by the way?
Oh, yeah, sure.
One interesting thing about that is like, and Casey, I'm sure you've experienced this too, but in Minnesota, like there's not, you know, I used to go to protests and there'd be like one person with a Palestine flag there. And I always try to make it a point to talk to people that are expressing pro-Palestine sentiment. And it's like, now what we are experiencing in Minnesota is like a minute fraction of what Palestinians experienced, and you have all of these people that now that these issues are coming after them are, you know, speaking up about it. So that's something that I've noticed a lot of, like people don't really care until it's happening to themselves. I'm sure you've had similar experiences, Casey, but that really reminds me of what you're talking about, Anthony, where you're like, people don't really care. But, you know, when Israel started bombing Lebanon, I'm sure that they had a lot of things to say about Israel.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's like, you just have to talk about what's important to you. And that audience capture is also very dangerous. That's also what it shows. And not that Emiru is going to change anyone's fucking mind, but it's just, I don't know, watching these people be cowards and hide behind like, I'm just a gamer, I shouldn't be. It's like, no, that's how fascism starts. When people be like, I shouldn't talk about this. This has nothing to do with me. I'm just going to step aside and let this thing happen. It's like, no, that's how you let Darth Vader take over. That's how that's how it becomes, you know, Nazi Germany. Like, no. Vader. Everyone needs to speak up. Everyone needs to speak up. And she's an American, but like she looks like, you know, the daughter of immigrants. You should fucking speak up. Like, you know what I mean? She looks Asian. Speak up. Speak up. Like, I'm sorry to say it. Like any non-white person, especially, it helps. We need white people to help because we'll never, like, non-whites won't get like the credibility. They need white people support, but like every single non-white person needs to be against ICE and needs to be vocally and proudly against ICE. You know what I mean? And we need lovely white people such as yourselves, you know, to help us and give us the credibility so that other white people will listen, because white people won't listen to brown people or you know, non-whites. But when a white person says it, it's different.
That's why we need that's why we need Casey.
That's why we need Casey
out in the streets.
Yeah, you're
White
confusing.
King.
James is confusing. You look confusing. We can't tell if you're white or not. You're fully white? You're full like, do you have any Spanish? You look like maybe a bit of Latin.
I'm on the edge.
Do you have any Latin in you? Do you have no Latin? You look like you're straight from
European,
Spain,
baby.
dude. You look
wow.
I mean, Spanish or European? Well, like where in Europe? No Spanish?
Like Eastern Europe.
Eastern? No, I would never have guessed that. You have Latin flavor, man. You have some Latino flavor.
Nice. Prussia.
Yeah.
Prussia.
Cousin. Hey. Brat 6738 with another $10 donor. Thank you so much, Brat. That's so generous. Says thank you for speaking up about the genocides. Brat, I mean, you're welcome, man. Shit, I'll nuke my channel for the genocide anytime. But it's crazy, dude. And again, there's a war in Lebanon like being brewing right now. Israel's getting ready to strike the shit out of Lebanon. It's taken longer than expected, but they're going to be bombing the shit out of Beirut and like Hezbollah areas. It's never ending.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
But that's pretty much it on the Emiru front. Let me see if I have anything else here.
So were there any responses about that at all?
Like XQC or Asmongold? I'm sure there have been. Let me see.
Emiru talking about it? I guess Emiru wouldn't really say much more than that.
Emiru hasn't responded. It's been kind of a one-way. No, can't see anything.
No.
Like I agree with Denims. I think like if the question is should streamers be asked, like even non-political streamers, should they have like, yeah, if you think ICE is bad, when ICE is in the street killing people, you should say ICE is bad. And I will personally, I will judge you. Some people just want to watch streams to zone out and forget about the world. I get that. I'm not that kind of person. Whatever I watch, I don't mind knowing where the creators that I
Well, that's the thing. Like there's content, and then there's content that can have some politics in it, even though that might not be the main focus of it. And I don't know, like people that freak out when in their football game a guy takes the knee, like the jersey you're wearing.
Exactly.
Or I don't know, like I watch some guys on YouTube, and they make comments sometimes at the beginning of their videos about trans rights, because they got a comment and they're like, oh yeah, can you give a shout out to trans people? And it's like, yeah, it's still a distraction. Like it's still, this type of content that I'm watching is still a distraction from listening to like NPR news all day, but I'm not going to be triggered by someone casually being on the right side of history with like some slight comments that they're making, to make sure that people know that it's like, okay, well, they're not going to just stand by and watch me get executed in the street if they were in that scenario with me. It's like, okay, well, Emiru's not giving her audience that same type of comfort as other people would be. It's like, okay, maybe Emiru would just stand there and applaud ICE for murdering you.
Like I'm gonna give you guys some examples. Like, do you guys watch some content where you have a feeling that like, okay, this guy's definitely a Republican, but I'm just gonna watch this shit? Like for example, I'll give you guys an example. Outdoor Boys on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
that motherfucker.
Love that guy.
Uber Christian. I'm pretty sure he's super Republican, probably voted for Trump. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to ask him about politics. I don't want to ask him what he thinks about gay people. I don't want to ask him what he thinks about trans people. I just want to watch him dig a hole, you know what I mean? Burn some coals, put up a tent, eat some honey butter with a bread.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need any more.
Oh my God.
I don't need any more from Outdoor Boys. You know what I mean? Like, I have a suspicion that he's a very traditional, like, Republican type dude. That's fine. Like, you know what I mean? For him, I'll make an exception. I just want to watch that 20-minute little vlog in the woods and then move on to something else. Like, I'll let that slide. You know what I mean? But
I think he retired because he got some sort of high-ranking job with the Mormon Church.
Outdoor Boys?
He got elected, yeah.
He's done?
Church of Latter-day Saints.
He's done
Can
now?
be a Mormon vlogger now.
Yeah, he retired.
Damn, when?
Sorry to break the news. Months ago, man. I guess you're a fake fan.
Outdoor Boys. Yeah, I recently got into Outdoor Boys, but like, that's crazy because I know there's another guy whose wife got sick who does similar content, and Outdoor Boys like stepped in and made a video for his channel. So that was a few months ago. That was only a few months ago. So I guess he stepped out of retirement to do that.
Well, he has a backlog of videos. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I heard he doesn't like the fame. He doesn't like going out to dinner and getting recognized and stuff. That's what he said on some podcast.
Really? I mean, hey, I believe it. Like they seem like, small town, very humble folk.
Oh yeah.
But like probably a fucking like, super anti-trans, like gay, just, but hey.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Some religious people genuinely aren't that hateful towards minority groups, but some definitely are. But yeah, in terms of like other content like that, I mean, all sports is full of shitty people.
MMA, dude, oh my God.
Oh yeah, well, I like watching MMA because it's just conservatives giving each other brain damage, which might be making them more conservative. I think there is a correlation between the amount of brain damage that you have and your politics.
For sure.
But
oh, for sure.
I don't know if it's a chicken or the egg thing.
Oh my God, yeah. So I think 2 months ago, their last update was 2 months ago, and they're supposed to drop videos every Saturday. Where's all those videos? Oh no.
R.I.P. the GOAT.
Yeah, he was the GOAT, man. God, they make so much money off their videos, man.
Yeah.
Millions of views. Okay.
No, I think the latest thing that I've seen from that is just people recording their videos and like chopping it up to make YouTube shorts.
Really?
So yeah, like random people just like basically stealing their content.
Oh my God, dude.
Got him.
Yeah, but that's how I got back into watching them for like, I don't know, like 4 months ago or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's one thing when it's like an organization or one person and they're not like actively being political. But if you get confronted with this shit and you're a streamer and you're refusing to comment on something that's very obviously bad, like, I don't know, go fuck yourself. I don't really have sympathy for people that are trying to play both sides when it comes to the ICE Gestapo that's taking over this country right now.
I agree, dude. Like, just fucking nut up and say what you think. Be honest. Ooh, Eaters of Sheep just subscribed to the channel. Welcome, Eaters of Sheep. Do you guys want to talk about Jeffrey Epstein?
Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Is Jeffrey Epstein alive, living in Tel Aviv, and just playing Minecraft all day? Is he a Minecraft YouTuber?
Is he alive?
My biggest surprise was not that he was a famous Minecraft YouTuber. My greatest surprise is that I was subscribed to Jeffrey Epstein, and I was actually a big fan. I'm gonna miss his Let's Plays. I was learning a lot from his Minecraft Let's Plays.
That's fucking hilarious, dude. So is there a guy actually called Jeffrey Epstein who does Minecraft Let's Plays? Or is that like
Apparently
a theory?
He released a video. Apparently he had a YouTube channel where he released a Minecraft Let's Play, and his skin in Minecraft, which is fully customizable, was some sort of BDSM strap outfit. So, I mean, it's funny at first, but then you think of like, why does he have a Minecraft account?
Yeah, dude, that's so fucked. And that's
it's
like
the same reason all these old weirdos have like Roblox accounts.
Dude, that's fucking strange, man. I gotta open up. I'm gonna open up a few links Epstein related. I thought I had them, but
well, I think the latest thing is like did you guys see about the federal statement on his death?
No.
I'm gonna send you a link in the Discord, Anthony, if you wanna open it up.
I also
I've been hearing a lot about the guard at the prison that said they saw him get wheeled out the night of his death, his suicide.
Yeah, I saw a Reddit post saying that, right? Was it the Reddit thing?
I'm not sure.
And James, you can also, if you want to share your screen, everybody can share their screen. If you want to pull it up, you can also do that. And if you're sending it on Discord, I can also do that. Chomsky.
Oof, not Noam Chomsky, man.
Yeah, I know.
James, what do you think about Noam Chomsky being in the files?
Noam Chomsky, dude, it's not good. It's not good at all. Like,
well, his wife,
he was.
His wife put out a statement.
Noam's wife did?
Yeah.
Well, okay, I need to see that, but yeah, I mean, Noam was apparently like trying to rehabilitate Epstein's image, as just like a financier or an entrepreneur or something.
Brilliant.
I mean, so was a lot of other people, but
okay,
yeah, generally, it's not a good thing to be associated with Epstein, like Noam was.
No.
So this is the link. This is what you've sent. Okay.
Oh shoot.
Accept whatever. Reject and pay. What?
What is this?
Something about accepting to read for free. So, federal statement on Jeffrey Epstein's death dated before he was found dead in cell. The statement announcing Epstein's death was dated one day before a corrections officer found him hanging in his cell.
So, typo? Or did someone write it up the day before he was found dead?
That's crazy, man. So a federal statement announcing Jeffrey Epstein's death in prison was dated the day before he was found dead hanging in his cell. The document released by the U.S. Department of Justice in the latest set of the Epstein files describes Epstein being found unresponsive in his cell at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Manhattan, where he was declared dead. However, it is dated Friday, August 9th, 2019, while prison records and official documents show it was not until August 10 that a corrections officer delivering breakfast found Epstein unresponsive in his cell. The anomaly may fuel speculation about Epstein's death, which occurred amid a catalog of prison failures mail online reports. Guards tasked with monitoring Epstein did not carry out routine checks throughout the night, with 2 scheduled rounds at 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. missed. Of course he did not kill himself.
And then the 2 cameras malfunctioned.
And the 2 cameras, like, it's the most obvious, like, fucking crime, dude.
It's insane, dude.
After Epstein was found at 6:30 a.m., medical personnel tried to revive him, but he was soon declared deceased, although no time of death was ever established.
It reminds me of The Wire, where D'Angelo he hanged himself, right? Because he couldn't deal with the pressure of doing the time.
I've not seen The Wire. I've tried twice. I couldn't get through the first episode. Just like something kept happening, so I need to give it its actual.
The Wire is so good, but in that show, spoilers. I don't know. Maybe I should have spoiled it. Well, I guess I just did. The guy.
I'll forget.
The guy gets sent to prison, and he's kind of like done with his, because he's in a gang with his family, and he's kind of has a bad relationship with his family members at the time. And he just doesn't want to associate with them anymore. So they think that like he doesn't accept any money from them when he's in prison. He doesn't want anything to do with them. They think he's gonna snitch. He just wants to like be left alone and do his time. And so they end up murdering him.
Yeah, poor Epstein, dude.
By hanging. But they made it look like a suicide, right?
He was just Epstein was just taking all these pictures because he's like putting together a photo album. Like he likes photo albums, you know. So there's been
he likes scrapbooking.
There's this fucking picture I keep planning. Okay, let's talk about this fucking picture. There's been a lot of shit coming out over the past few weeks. These are my 2. I picked my top 2 like most disturbing. This fucking picture of Prince Andrew. Fuck that guy. I hate this picture. Trigger warning. I'm sorry, it's too late. This is just so disturbing. And there's an endless barrage of like the most heinous shit you could see. Weird pictures. There's a picture of Jeffrey Epstein forcibly kissing a teenage girl. Like, just the most... Why is anyone even taking these fucking pictures? What is going on? These wild animals, like, they deserve the worst things to happen to them. But probably the one that takes the cake for me, and honestly, I just don't believe it. But, like, this is how wild this shit got. So, apparently, George Bush witnessed a baby being dismembered, and people were eating baby shit from intestines.
Oh my God, dude.
I'd like to add a few points disclosed by the perpetrated victim. While on his yacht, he witnessed African-American males having sex with blonde females, all of whom were bleeding during intercourse. He was a victim of a type of ritualistic sacrifice in which his feet were cut with a scimitar, but left no scarring. On the yacht, he witnessed babies being dismembered, their intestines removed, and individuals eating the feces from these intestines. He was also raped by George Bush I. The victim disclosed he was escorted to the FBI building by Michael Moore, who is the creator of True Pundit, described by multiple online sources as a conspiracy-driven news website. Anyways, this to me was like just batshit crazy, and personally, I don't even... Look, I'm going to take all of this with a massive grain of salt. Not all of it, like this thing. I'm going to assume they saw some weird shit happening with a baby, but were they dismembering babies, eating feces from baby intestines? Look, I don't know. Okay, but that was just one of the things that stood out the most to me, along with that disturbing Prince Andrew photo. What stood out to you guys over the past few weeks? What fun Jeffrey stories do you have?
That brings me back 2019, summer 2019. Man, that was a good time. I had just graduated high school.
He had just been released from a federal holding cell, and his cellmate mysteriously disappeared.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, the greatest part, Pizzagate. I don't know if you guys remember Pizzagate.
Yes.
But I was around back then, and man,
yes,
I got a hold of that, and I was a Pizzagate truther.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just going to be real. Well, actually, I heard. Now, this is just a theory. Everyone's just speculating right now, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. But interesting that someone mentioned that Pizzagate might have been some sort of elaborate ruse created by Epstein as some sort of distraction.
So
like
describe Pizzagate for the class.
So Pizzagate started when John Podesta, who was associated with the Clintons and Obama and such, I think he was some sort of campaign manager or something. He got tricked by some sort of hacker who sent him like a fake password recovery email where he clicks on a link and the hacker gets access to like all his emails. So then these emails are released, and it was about at the time of the Hillary Trump presidency campaign. So this is where like the emails, the quote unquote Hillary emails comes from. And all these John Podesta emails to, you know, the Clintons, Obama, and all these other Democrats mostly. They were using very weird language. They were saying, so-and-so ordered 10,000 pizzas, and they're flying them in from Chicago for a pizza party. They always bring up pizza parties and yada yada.
Oh
so
my
there's
God.
this weird association to food. And then people realized that John Podesta was the owner of a pizza restaurant in Washington, D.C. with the name Comet Ping Pong. And then the whole conspiracy became a lot more elaborate, where there was some sort of child sex trafficking ring working out of the Comet Ping Pong restaurant that John Podesta was involved in. And it ended up getting shot up by some guy who was knee deep in this Pizzagate thing.
Damn. Honestly, I'm sure parts of that are kind of real. Like, apparently the word pizza was found in the Epstein files like a bunch of times as well.
Oh yeah.
Like the word pizza was in there a whole bunch. So
and that's why
I'm sorry.
I don't think Pizzagate is necessarily proven, but the connection between this weird coded language and food is, I think, all but, you know, it's proven at this point.
Right? So wait, was Pizzagate adopted by the QAnon conspiracy theorists?
I think it was sort of the beginning of QAnon, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The thing is, like, once you get into like baby eating and stuff, like, to me it just goes like completely insane. But like maybe they were drinking like baby urine or like clothes.
Oh yeah, adrenochrome. That was the the whole theory was that they were extracting adrenochrome from the blood of children, and it makes you live forever or something.
I don't know, man. Like, I know that's like the conspiracy, but to me, what's being alleged is worse than that. Like, just the amount of murders, torture. Like, even if we put aside the baby killing, like,
yeah, like choking people to death and like burying them on the property. Apparently, like a bunch of the clients that had like weird fetish sex, and like Prince Andrew apparently choked someone to death, like, or close to it.
Did you see the email that said, "Thank you for," it was from Jeffrey to someone else. He said, "Thank you for the torture video."
Oh my God, no.
The person receiving the email said, "Oh, I look forward to seeing you next. Let's work out a time. I'm in China now, but I'll be in the US in like a week." And it was determined that at that exact time, the person who was in China was none other than Benjamin Netanyahu was in China at the time.
God. I mean, we know he likes torture, so...
And he would be someone who would have footage of torture.
Yeah. Like, dude, I don't know, man. It's just... It's hard to think of something worse than what's going on in reality. It's crazy.
Well, speaking of Benjamin Netanyahu, he put out a tweet on the 6th of February saying, Jeffrey Epstein's unusual close relationship with Ehud Barak doesn't suggest Epstein worked for Israel. It proves the opposite. Stuck on his election loss from over 2 decades ago, Barak has for years obsessively attempted to undermine Israeli democracy by working with the anti-Zionist radical left and failed attempts to overthrow the elected Israeli government. Barak's personal fixation led him to engage in activities publicly and behind the scenes to undermine the government of Israel, including fueling mass protest movements, fomenting unrest, and feeding false media narratives. So we got Benjamin Netanyahu coming to say that actually, it has nothing to do with Israel, just like he did with the Charlie Kirk thing. People are saying that we killed Charlie Kirk. Let me say that Charlie was a great friend. We would never kill Charlie Kirk. And now he's saying that we would never have ties with Jeffrey Epstein. Just out of the blue.
Yeah, a famous anti-Zionist, Jeffrey Epstein. That's what he was known for. Being a radical leftist anti-Zionist.
Oh my God.
He was working with it. Didn't he? What was the deal with Ehud Barak? He wanted him to like invest in Palantir. That's what the story was with that.
With Epstein?
Yeah,
he definitely. Anyone associated with Epstein, honestly, my first assumption is that they just wanted to fuck young women. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what anyone says about Noam Chomsky right now. His wife is like, we just wanted finance. No, Noam Chomsky was out there doing the dirty. Like, I don't get. It's all disgusting. Not even doing the dirty. That's such a committing crimes. They're all disgusting. That's it. Like, Ehud Barak, dude, if he was hiding his face leaving Epstein's, there's a picture of Ehud Barak with his face wrapped with a scarf leaving Epstein's home in like New York or whatever. So you're not hiding your face unless you're doing something wrong and you don't want to be seen with this person. So I don't want to hear it.
The funny thing about the whole Israel connection is like, it's so obvious that Epstein, has at least ties to Israel, if not, is a literal agent.
Yeah.
That like a lot of the mainstream media is trying to associate him now as a Russian asset.
Right.
Yes.
And they're trying to make it seem like he's somehow working for the East or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's just pretty silly at this point.
It's crazy, man. We all know what's going on. Bill Clinton. Before we get to our friend here. Bill Clinton. Folks, I have called for the full release of the Epstein files. Bill, no! No, what are you doing, Bill? I have provided. Okay, wait. I have called for the full release of the Epstein files. I have provided a sworn statement of what I know. And just this week, I've agreed to appear in person before the committee. But it's still not enough for Republicans on the House Oversight Committee. Now, Chairman Comer says he wants cameras, but only behind closed doors. Who benefits from this arrangement? It's not Epstein's victims who deserve justice, not the public who deserve the truth. It serves only partisan interests. That is not fact-finding, it's pure politics. Yeah, we want cameras too, Bill. We want the cameras. I will not sit idly as they use me as a prop in a closed-door kangaroo court, by a Republican Party running scared. Okay, my accent is changing. If they want answers, let's stop the games and do this the right way. In a public hearing where the American people can see for themselves what this is. Bill, you've been on that island many times. None of this shit should be in a public hearing. We don't want to see it. So someone quote tweeted this with Vegeta committing suicide. Basically committing suicide. I mean,
that's what this clip is.
He's taking out Boo, but he's taking himself out with him. That's Bill Clinton right now, yo. Just sacrificing himself.
Keep in mind that this is the guy that Kamala Harris sent to Michigan to talk with Muslim voters about Palestine.
Yep.
To chastise them for not wanting to support the genocidal candidate.
That's when she wasn't sending Meghan McCain to get him all hyped up. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Either Bill Clinton or Meghan McCain. Who we getting? But no, Hassan didn't tell people to vote for her, okay? Hassan didn't vote Kamala. That's why she lost. And that's why ICE is murdering people in Minnesota, because Hassan did not emphatically tell people to vote for her. So finally, I think Comrade Casey, this is what Comrade Casey has been waiting for and what he actually believes. So pictures have leaked of a man in Tel Aviv who looks suspiciously a lot like...
Look at him go.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Also, two nice buff guys wearing the same outfit beside him. Looks like maybe like some security or handlers.
Security, absolutely not AI generated. The fact that their faces are blurred, ignore that. You know what I mean? This is completely real. Look at that, man. I mean, it looks like Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay, so that angle I got yesterday was really good, and it definitely looked like Jeffrey Epstein.
Wait, this guy took the picture?
What's up?
This guy took the picture?
He got the perfect angle.
No, he just found it online. He did not take it.
They put out today. No doubt in my mind, that is 1000% Jeffrey Epstein. Doesn't look like anybody else. But what I keep coming back to, you guys.
That's such good evidence. It doesn't look like anyone else, so it has to be him.
It's gotta be. I mean, we have a photo right here.
This is pretty good AI though. Like, this is a pretty good rendition of what he would look like, I guess, with long hair.
It's like the Epstein version of Bigfoot, like the blurry Bigfoot pictures. You get the blurry Epstein pictures.
That's way too good, dude. And like his little shirt, he's got little gut.
Epstein's been passed for like almost 7 years. So why now that they released all, quote unquote, of the Epstein files, does this homeless guy who looks just like Jeffrey Epstein make a public appearance? I know I'm not the only one that feels like that's just a pretty crazy coincidence. Oh yeah, they conveniently got like 4 or 5 different shots of him not trying to hide or do anything at all. Just walking around and...
So yeah, there's more photos, guys. We've got this one.
Wow. I can't tell if this guy's joking or not.
He with more security. He doesn't seem like he's joking.
Do anything at all. Just walking around in broad daylight. Nothing happens for a reason. It's probably all just a huge coincidence.
Nothing happens for a reason.
Nothing happens.
This guy's all over the place, man.
I mean, it looks just like him.
And nothing happens for a reason.
This to me is the most convincing picture. Like this to me, that's it. Like case closed. It's Jeffrey Epstein. He's in Tel Aviv. Look, it clearly says Tel Aviv right here behind him. Do you see it? It says Tel Aviv.
Road for Tel Aviv.
It's a road. Okay. My chat is saying it's AI. Guys, come on. Just because there's a community note that says the video features AI generated images resembling Jeffrey Epstein, but they're fabricated. It doesn't mean
that's what they want you to think.
Yeah, of course. The original includes Google Gemini's AI logo and was shared on Reddit. Epstein died by suicide. Come on, guys. Okay, let me find Epstein in Tel Aviv a little bit here. Epstein, Tel Aviv. What do you guys think? Comrade Casey, do you think Epstein is out chilling in Tel Aviv?
Well, you know, not to go full schizo here, but if someone were to take a photo of Jeffrey Epstein chilling in Tel Aviv, you know, on his way to hang out with XYZ celebrity that has a house in Tel Aviv,
Quentin Tarantino,
who's to say that the feds wouldn't hack into this computer where this file is being held and manipulate it in such a way so it looks like AI? I mean, AI is such a craze these days. The feds
Right.
know people are going to be saying it's AI. So who's to say they didn't have some sort of effect on the file? We have to really play the full table here.
I mean, look, this is supposedly a picture of dead Epstein. He does not look like the real Epstein. Look, this is Epstein when he was alive. Look at the nose he has.
Bro, that's just some random dude.
No, this is Depstein. They're saying this is the dead Jeffrey Epstein.
Really?
Look at the nose here. Look at the nose there. This is not the real Jeffrey. They killed Jeffrey
Epstein.
He's in Tel Aviv. Yeah, look at that. It's not real. I'm just going through what other pictures we have. Yeah, look, Epstein spotted alive in Tel Aviv. This photo is not AI, according to Grok and ChatGPT, but a perfect match.
Honestly, it looks more like Jim Carrey with a beard.
A man resembling Epstein. Yeah, that is true. This one right here, he does.
Yeah.
A little bit of Bob Dylan as well. An older, bearded Bob Dylan. A man resembling Epstein was captured on camera by a drone on Little St. James in September of 2019, 2 weeks after his death. Yep, that's Jeffrey Epstein right here, guys.
And he went back to the island too.
He is definitely
in plain sight.
That's him. Dude, I love the internet sometimes. Oh wait! Oh shit! That's it, guys. We got him. We got him. Dude, this picture's really making the rounds, huh?
It is. Yeah, I think that picture got a lot of people.
Yeah, look, the nose, man. The nose just doesn't match, dude.
It honestly got me for like 5 seconds. I will admit.
The beard,
they say that your nose keeps growing after you die. It's like your hair, fingernails, and your nose.
Yes, and your ears too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, after you die, even when you're dead?
When
up until you die.
After you die, because your skin starts shrinking, and so the nose gets bigger as a result.
There was one more story I wanted to talk about. I talked about this a couple days ago. In February of because we got an update yesterday from this guy. In 2011, Epstein was in need of an assistant, so he asked his friend Barry Josephson, a producer on the Fox show Bones. I hope none of you guys like the show Bones, if he knew of any amazing women in their early 20s who would be available in New York. I have the girl, Josephson wrote back. Young, attractive, insane rack. He added the woman was smart, although not a genius, but very efficient and will do anything. And tight-lipped, period, end of story. Epstein had by that point... Insane shit. Epstein had by that point already pleaded guilty and served time for child prostitution, but he maintained a wide circle of powerful friends. Well, the Bones producer, Barry Josephson, has released a statement. There is no excuse for what I said in some of my emails. The language was crude and juvenile, and I'm ashamed. While I did attend social events with Epstein, and he did visit my sets twice, I never traveled with him on his plane, visited his island, or saw him in the company of minors. I love all of these disclaimers. Like, while I've had lunch with him 30 times, I've been to his home 70 times, I've never been on the plane or the island. Like, as if those are
it doesn't
even
even make sense. You've never seen him in the company of minors ever?
Like,
ever.
And as if anyone believes that crimes only happen on the fucking plane or on the fucking island. The dude had multiple fucking homes. The dude was getting massages in his like LA home or whatever the fuck, like from little girls. Like, just shut the fuck up, dude. Then he says,
also, I love how he's pretending like people are criticizing his language because it was crude and juvenile, not because it was like insanely misogynistic and also hints of sex trafficking.
It's fucked
like,
up.
oh
Exactly.
no, you said, oh, girls have cooties. Like, no, you didn't say that shit. You're like, she's got a sick body and she doesn't snitch.
And she's smart, but not too smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In my 47 years working in the entertainment industry, I've encountered thousands of people. My biggest regret, bar none, is that I foolishly believed his denials of wrongdoing. I was impressed by his circle of acquaintances from varied industries, and it blinded me. I apologize to all who were hurt by this clearly terrible and depraved individual. So, fun stuff, fun little updates.
Who hasn't been blinded by a billionaire sex trafficker? Child rapist.
Well, I mean, I guess
it could happen to anyone. We've all met thousands of people. It could have been me. Could have been you.
Accused of pedophilia. if we could end it by talking about Noam Chomsky, if you guys want. Noam Chomsky's wife has just put out a statement.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because Chomsky had literally that email leaked of him giving Epstein advice on like how to curb negative press attention or whatever. So Aaron Mate shared this. He's the brother of Daniel Mate, friend of the show, co-host of Bat Hasbara, and the son of Gabor Mate. So this is Aaron Mate. And this is a statement from, it's a bit long. We might not read the whole thing, but I will read as much as is relevant. And you guys let us know if we forgive Noam Chomsky or not. So that is from Valeria Chomsky, his wife. You said hell no, comrade?
Of course. I never liked the guy, but we can go on.
That's pretty gross. Jay of the Dead, thank you so much for becoming a member and supporting the channel. Much love. So, as many are aware, my husband, Noam Chomsky, now 97, is confronting significant health challenges after suffering a devastating stroke in June of 2023. Currently, Noam is under 24/7 medical care and is completely unable to speak or engage in public discourse. Since this health crisis, I have been entirely absorbed in Noam's treatment and recovery, solely responsible for him and his medical treatment. Noam and I don't have any kind of public relations assistance. For this reason, only now have I been able to address the matter of our contacts with Jeffrey Epstein. Noam and I have felt a profound weight regarding the unresolved questions surrounding our past interactions with Epstein. We do not wish to leave this chapter shrouded in ambiguity. Throughout his life, Noam has insisted that intellectuals have responsibility to speak the truth and expose lies, especially when those truths are uncomfortable to themselves. As is widely known, one of Noam's characteristics is to believe in the good faith of people. Noam's overly trusting nature, in this specific case, led to severe poor judgment on both our parts. So she's taking some blame too.
Yeah, interesting.
Questions have rightly been raised about Noam's meetings with Epstein and about administrative assistance his office provided regarding a private financial matter, one that had absolutely no relation to any of Epstein's criminal conducts.
I love all of these people that interact with Epstein. None of them have anything to do with the criminal conduct of Epstein.
Right? I was just there for a fundraiser. I was just at his LA home for a pool party.
I was just flying on his jet because it was convenient.
He just offered a ride. I said, sure, why not? Noam and I were introduced to Epstein at the same time during one of Noam's professional events in 2015, when Epstein's 2008 conviction in the state of Florida was known by very few people, while most of the public, including Noam and I, were unaware of it. That only changed after the November 2018 report by Miami Herald. When we were introduced to Epstein, he presented himself as a philanthropist of science and a financial expert. By presenting himself this way, Epstein gained Noam's attention and they began corresponding. Unknowingly, we opened the door to a Trojan horse. Epstein began to encircle Noam, sending gifts and creating opportunities for interesting discussions in areas Noam had been working on extensively. We regret that we did not perceive this as a strategy to ensnare us.
Dude, I don't buy this. I don't buy that Epstein was some kind of master conversationalist that just sucks you in with his wit and his life experience.
They're basically saying that he groomed them. Like,
he
through
the victims.
Us. Like, he invited us, he invited people that Noam liked, and they had interesting conversations. We just thought he was a good guy. They're literally saying he groomed us, and
the interesting conversations. It's ridiculous, man. It was just fascinating. I was so engrossed. Like, you know how sometimes you talk with someone, and before you realize it, like the sun's coming up. That's what happened with Noam, except instead of the sun, it was like a 13-year-old girl from Eastern Europe.
It's crazy. Hidden Iron in the chat, I agree, says, I read many things by Noam Chomsky in college, manufacturing consent. Obviously, yeah, I have manufacturing consent as well. Like, I think that's a must-have. That's a must-read for a lot of people. Look, a lot of the things that Noam believed in and stands for and wrote about shouldn't be thrown in the garbage just because I don't know if he's a piece of shit or what he did, but, like, it doesn't look good, you know? Like, they're trying to be like, we didn't know. Like, you guys were smarter than that. So they say they opened the door to a Trojan horse. Epstein began to encircle Noam. Okay, sorry. We had lunch at Epstein's ranch once in connection with a professional event. We attended dinners at his townhouse in Manhattan and stayed a few times in an apartment he offered when we visited New York City. We also visited Epstein's Paris apartment one afternoon for the occasion of a work trip. In all cases, these visits were related to Noam's professional commitments. We never went to his island or knew about anything that happened there. It's always about the island. We never went to the island, so we're innocent.
Yeah.
We attended social meetings, lunches, and dinners where Epstein was present and academic matters were discussed. We never witnessed any inappropriate, criminal, or reproachable behavior from Epstein or others, and at no time did we see children or underage individuals present. Epstein proposed meetings between Noam and figures that Noam had interest in, due to their different perspectives on themes related to Noam's work and thought. It was in this academic context that Noam wrote a letter of recommendation. Noam's email to Epstein, in which Epstein sought advice about the press, should be read in context. Epstein had claimed to Noam that he was being unfairly persecuted, and Noam spoke from his own experience in political controversies with the media. Epstein created a manipulative narrative about his case, which Noam, in good faith, believed in. It is now clear that it was all orchestrated, having as, at least, one of Epstein's intentions to try to have someone like Noam repairing Epstein's reputation by association. Noam's criticism was never directed at the women's movement. On the contrary, he has always supported gender equity and women's rights. What happened was that Epstein took advantage of Noam's public criticism towards what came to be known as cancel culture to present himself as a victim of it.
So are they going to take any responsibility for, like, helping a sex criminal rehabilitate his image? Or they're just going to say, we were tricked? We were tricked.
They're doing. We were tricked. We were groomed. He tried to ensnare us, and he sent us gifts. And it's like the parents talk about like Michael Jackson, what he was doing to like get the kids in his house. Like, what are we doing here?
Like, not even a single apology in this. They're just like, don't blame us. We're victims here too.
We made poor judgments.
We were just helping as intellectuals. We were helping out. For all of these stimulating conversations that Noam Chomsky wanted to have.
They're literally, washing their hands off it. Only after Epstein's second arrest in July of 2019 did we learn the full extent and gravity of what were then accusations and are now confirmed. Heinous crimes against women and children. We were careless and not thoroughly researching his background. That was a grave mistake, and for that lapse in judgment, there we go. I apologize on behalf of both of us. Noam shared with me before his stroke that he felt the same way. Oh, convenient! So she's apologizing for their lack of judgment. In 2023, Noam's initial public response to inquiries about Epstein failed to adequately acknowledge the gravity of Epstein's crimes and the enduring pain of his victims, primarily because Noam took it as obvious that he condemned such crimes. However, a firm and explicit stance on such matters is always required. Yeah, I think someone asked him, like, what do you think about Epstein? And he was like, none of your business or something. Like, what were you doing with Epstein? It was deeply disturbing for both of us to realize we had engaged with someone who presented as a helpful friend, but had led a hidden life of criminal, inhumane, and perverted acts. Since the revelation of the extent of his crimes, we have been shocked. In order to clarify the check, Epstein asked Noam to develop a linguistic challenge that Epstein wished to establish as a regular prize. Noam worked on it, and Epstein sent a check for $20,000 as payment. Epstein's office contacted me to arrange for the check to be sent to our home address. So it was for a linguistic challenge, and there was going to be a prize. Regarding the reported transfer of approximately $270,000, I must clarify that these were entirely Noam's own funds. At the time, Noam had identified inconsistencies in his retirement resources that threatened his economic independence and caused him great distress. Epstein offered technical assistance to resolve the specific issue. On this matter, Epstein acted accordingly, recovering the funds for Noam in a display of help and very likely as part of a machination to gain greater access to Noam. Epstein acted solely as a financial advisor for this specific matter. To the best of my knowledge, Epstein had never had access to our bank or investment accounts. It is also important to clarify that Noam and I never had any investments with Epstein or his office individually or as a couple. I hope this retrospective clarifies and explains Noam Chomsky's interactions with Epstein. Noam and I recognize the gravity of Jeffrey Epstein's crimes and the profound suffering of his victims. Nothing in this statement is intended to minimize that suffering, and we express our unrestricted solidarity with the victims. Signed, Valeria Chomsky. Sorry this was long.
That's an insane letter to write. Being like, guys, I'm the victim here, and I apologize that we didn't do more research into him, like, before we helped him rehabilitate his image. And then you're just like defending yourself, saying that I'm just a small bean intellectual that got groomed into helping a prolific child sex trafficker.
What kind of gifts do you have to? Oh, I think I disconnected. What kind of a? I can't hear you for some reason.
Yeah,
maybe my
mic's off or something.
Okay,
there we go. Unplugged it. But yeah, it's just like, the fact that they're just like they wrote the letter to defend themselves, like, and that was the main point of it, not to apologize for their horrible behavior there.
Chris sends us a $5 dono. Thank you so much, Chris, and says Epstein has a home and business in Beirut. Maybe he worked with George Mubayit to traffic children. That is true. I have been told. I think Chris told me that last time, that Epstein has a home and business. How the fuck does he have a fucking home here, man? That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's crazy. But yeah, very long-winded apology. What do you guys think? Do you buy it? I mean, like, what kind of gift?
Wasn't an apology.
Like, how do you groom an adult? Like, what kind of gifts was he receiving to be like, oh, I'm gonna like overlook, like, what do you send someone? I guess like a bunch of money could do the trick, but like,
very stimulating conversation. That's what it was.
He arranged for great conversations with intellectuals and thinkers, and that's how he got him. Look, maybe Noam didn't do anything creepy. Maybe he didn't sleep with anyone. Like, maybe he was fooled. But like, at this point, there's so many. Like, you should know better, dude. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. So
yeah,
I think it's hard not to look back at Noam Chomsky with disappointment and disgust, and this is definitely going to tarnish his legacy enormously.
Oh yeah,
enormously. Like, there's no denying.
For sure. And if you're if you've never read his book, what is it called? I've never read it.
What was
Manufacturing Consent.
Yeah,
you should read what is it called? The Michael Parenti book. Creating, what is it called? Inventing Reality. It came out before Manufacturing Consent, and some would say it's better.
Oh, really?
Some would say. And I mean, I think what it comes down to with Chomsky is like, he's a quote unquote Marxist.
Yeah.
And despite that, he's been accepted by academia, by mainstream media for the most part. And in this relationship with Epstein, it feels like, he's been accepted by really some of the most heinous people in charge.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of just makes you question why he's accepted, why he has these relationships. It might be that the ideology he promotes isn't really, it's, what do they call it? It's a controlled opposition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like, it's just so funny that like he writes a book about manufacturing consent, and then Epstein's like, hey buddy,
I need to manufacture
could you
consent.
help me with this issue? Yeah, could you help me with this issue of public relations that I'm having? He's like, sure. Wait, they're like, we didn't know that he was convicted of being a sex trafficker. And then he's like, I'm having an issue with being blamed as a sex trafficker. Can you help me with that? And he's like, that darned cancel culture strikes again. Epstein's just a good buddy of mine.
Yeah, apparently someone asked him, a reporter asked him a few years ago, like, what were your relations? It was like, it's none of your business. So it's just a fucking, I don't know, man. I'm very disappointed.
Yeah. I think the real victims of all of this is Noam and Valeria, though.
Yes. They were
so
duped.
I'm glad we read that letter.
I am, and I feel very bad for them. I feel very bad for them.
I really do.
And I'm glad they were able to prove
Who
their
gives
innocence.
a fuck? Well, like, the fact that she feels like she has to write this letter defending him when he's like in a stroke, he's like dying. Like, who cares? You don't need to try to do this shit, man. I don't know.
It's like, go shave him or something. Go give him a shave. He needs.
This is not really the time to write a defense of yourself being associating with Epstein.
It's shameful. And
it's
disgusting.
pretty bad.
And honestly, like, I don't know what else is going to come out from these Epstein files. I don't know if anything can be crazier than what we've already seen over the last 2 weeks. But like, I am ready to like not talk about Epstein anymore. Like, or look at any more leaks. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? I just want anyone who had anything to do with it to just go to jail, burn in hell, something horrible. But like,
yeah, I mean,
nothing's
it's
gonna
gross.
happen. So
nothing's gonna happen. Yeah, but it's just been exhausting. And like, I just hope the victims get some sort of reprieve, whether they can't get it in a court. in the court of law. I hope karma gets those fuckers one way or another. I hope they suffer. So,
yeah.
What else can we say?
Yeah, but let's see. According to the FBI, Epstein wasn't running a sex trafficking ring for powerful men.
He wasn't, huh? Okay,
No.
that's cool.
The FBI is saying that he was not. There's an AP article that was put out. How long ago was this put out? February 8th. So what is that, today? Yeah. So an article by the AP put out, the headline is FBI concluded Jeffrey Epstein wasn't running a sex trafficking ring for powerful men, files show. So we don't have to worry about it. Epstein just kept his pedophilia internally. He did not let anyone else engage in it. He was very deeply ashamed of the fact that he had those urges, I guess. And he also apparently invented invisibility because none of the powerful men that he associated with ever saw his victims. They never saw him with underage women or underage girls.
Yep.
It's disgusting.
Genius inventor and billionaire philanthropist Jeffrey Epstein.
Tony Stark. It's just a modern day, our very own.
Honestly, if Marvel was real, Tony Stark would be making like child-sized suits, I guess. If Marvel was true to real life.
Oh, gentlemen, is there anything else that you guys want to talk about? Then I had a couple of one very random. It's almost 1 a.m. here. It is 1 a.m.
I know. We should call it soon, but
I'm done. It's just literally just a little palate cleanser.
What is it? We do need a palate cleanser. That was pretty dark.
This is. I just saw this on Twitter. It has been described as some of the best footage ever. There was a fight, like 2 men were removed from a gentleman's club in Melbourne. They were at a strip club, so they were kicked out of the bar. One of the guys was trying to throw a chair at the bouncer and ended up throwing it at like his friend, who he got kicked out with. So that's all we're gonna see.
Thrown outside a strip club. A chair thrown outside a strip club. Hit some man in the head.
Oh my god, dude, that's how people die.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking.
The bouncer's laughing.
Here around 9:20 last night on King Street in the city, outside Bar 20. The man.
Holy shit, that reporter has no right to be that well dressed.
So like that's them getting kicked out.
Thrown out. One of them grabbed a chair from a restaurant next door, despite staff and customers there trying to stop him. And it's suspected he was trying to throw it at security at the front door, but instead it hit his mate in the head. He recovered reasonably quickly.
And the fact that you get it all, like you get the guy grabbing the chair, the waitress is like, no, don't take the chair.
I love how he tries to reason with the waitstaff. He's like, no, I'm just going to use this for a second.
Security at the front door, but instead it hit his mate.
Oh my God. And then the face palm. He's like, what have I done? Like, holy shit, dude.
He recovered reasonably quickly, got up and walked away. It's understood no one rang police or an ambulance. We'll have full
the
details.
power of being drunk and being able to absorb concussive blows. It's undefeated.
Dude, the fact that he's not even bleeding after that, like,
that's crazy. That's how people fucking die, like getting hit in the back of the head.
But it gets better. It gets better.
Oh no.
There was another angle that was discovered the next day, folks. We found another angle. Here we go.
I began to pass out. Then my head hit the wall. Boom. But I had a friend.
Oh my God.
There we go, folks.
He threw it from so far away.
He's like right here.
Yeah, what do you think was gonna happen?
This is our Super Bowl.
This is our big game. The big game, folks.
Yeah.
This gives you context at least for like how close he was.
Is this just Australian football? They just like throw chairs at each other. They get drunk guys to throw chairs at each other.
It's like a cartoon. It's like so cartoonish.
It is.
Bang. Anyways, just a little silly thing.
Okay, yeah, we needed that.
And
it's refreshing that they were going to see adult women taking off their clothes.
Right, exactly. Adult women.
That's what we have. That's the shining positive point in life right now.
That's you know what? That's a great point, James. It's consensual. They're adults. You know what I mean? It's hey.
We can hope.
Gentlemen, it's been great catching up with you guys. We're gonna be live every Sunday night. Next Sunday, folks. I'm not gonna be here. I'm not gonna be here next Sunday because Demi and I are going out for like we're gonna be away for a weekend, so I'm not gonna be available. But the boys might be. If you guys want to host an episode without me,
we gotta do it. We gotta get a guest, our first guest.
You can get a guest co-host to take my place for next week. But I'm not gonna be here next week, folks. But we thank you all for being here. To everybody who gifted Jim D. Dukers for the gifted memberships, thank you so much. Seated Down Under, thank you so much. Everybody who sent super chats, thank you so much for all the support, guys. We love you. This was a super fun stream, super fun catching up with you guys. Hopefully, the next time you guys see us, we will have, maybe not the next time, maybe in 2 weeks, branding, a logo. Okay, we're working on it. We take our time. We do that. We do things slow, but we do things very purposefully here. So
yeah, well, it took us how many weeks to get the name for the show? Like 8 weeks.
Exactly. Expect it to take longer.
We're moving fast now.
Oh yeah.
One final plug for myself, folks. If you guys are bored tomorrow, if you guys want something to do, your boy is going to be live streaming a Lego build tomorrow. I'm going to be building Lego with my girlfriend from 3 p.m. Lebanon time to like 10 p.m. So you guys, it'll be sometime when you guys are awake. As soon as you wake up, just turn on YouTube, tune in to me building some Lego with my girl. We're going to have some fun. Join us, okay?
He's going to be watching After Hours.
After Hours. Oh, you're going to be watching, you're going to be busy watching the H3 after show?
Sorry, man.
Sorry, guys, yeah.
Nah.
Sorry,
guys. If
guys.
I hit myself, I'll do it.
Ooh, Penabler is asking, wait, what's the name of this trio? We are called Better Left Unsaid, Penabler. Better Left Unsaid. And that was a name recommended by Miles Murphy Cork, our Irish viewer. Thanks, Miles Murphy. We appreciate you. Oh, my pot of gold. My pot of gold. Is that good? Is that better? Folks.
That's pretty good.
That was great.
Gentlemen, anything you want to say?
Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.
We love you all, and have a good night.
Peace.
Later.
All right. Oh, all right. Everybody left.